Stikes Bakti Mandala Husada Selawi berdasarkan keputusan dari Menteri Pendidikan, Kebudayaan, Riset dan Teknologi dengan nomor 325-E-O-2021 tentang izin perubahan bentuk sekolah tinggi ilmu kesehatan Bakti Mandala Husada Selawi menjadi Universitas Bamada Selawi di Kabupaten Tegal, Provinsi Jawa Tengah yang diselenggarakan oleh Yayasan Pendidikan Trisayang Husada. Maka sejak tanggal 23 Juli 2021 secara resmi Stikes Bakti Mandala Husada Selawi telah berubah bentuk menjadi Universitas Bamada Selawi. Saat ini Universitas Bamada Selawi memiliki 3 fakultas, mulai dari Fakultas Kesehatan, Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis, dan Fakultas Informatika dengan 9 program studi seperti D3 Keperawatan, D3 Kebidanan, S1 Ilmu Kesehatan, Profesi Kesehatan, S1 Farmasi, D4 Keselamatan dan Kesehatan Kerja atau K3, S1 Bisnis Digital, S1 Kewirausahaan, dan S1 Informatika. S1 Farmasi, D4 Keselamatan dan Kesehatan Kerja atau K3, S1 Bisnis Digital, S1 Kewirausahaan, dan S1 Informatika, Kebidanan, dan Prodi K3. D4 Keselamatan 2 lantai gedung perkuliahan barat, mengcover ruang perkuliahan farmasi, S1 Convention Hall Aula Dr. Andes Widodo MM. Perpustakaan Bamada yang menyediakan juga pojok baca perpustakaan Bamada di setiap gedung perkuliahan dan multimedia audiovisual. Perpustakaan Bamada, Laboratorium Keperawatan, menyediakan juga pojok baca Laboratorium Kebidanan di setiap gedung perkuliahan dan Laboratorium Farmasi, ruang unit kegiatan kemahasiswaan. Tersedia pula gedung 2 lantai untuk asrama putri, Laboratorium Kebidanan, dan gedung laboratorium terpadu. Ruang unit kegiatan kemahasiswaan. Tersedia pula gedung 2 lantai untuk asrama putri, Laboratorium Kebidanan, dan gedung laboratorium terpadu. Ruang unit kegiatan kemahasiswaan. Tersedia pula gedung 2 lantai untuk asrama putri, Laboratorium Kebidanan, dan gedung laboratorium terpadu. Ruang unit kegiatan yang terdiri dari ruangan praktik laboratorium keperawatan kritis, laboratorium keperawatan bedah, dan laboratorium keperawatan kegawat daruratan. Universitas Bamada Slawi berbudaya, ilmiah, sehat, akuntabel, dan bereputasi nasional.
Hai guys, hari ini kita mau ajakin kalian untuk kampus tour di Universitas Bamada Slawi. Saat masuk di gerbang utama, kalian akan melihat nih jajaran gedung yang ada di Universitas Bamada Slawi. Dimulai dari yang paling utara adalah gedung mini hospital. Di dalamnya terdapat apotik Bamada. Naik ke lantai 2 terdapat Aula Dr. Andes Widodo MM. Dan setelah itu di sampingnya ada gedung Yayasan Pendidikan Tri Sanja Husada. Dan sekarang kita berada di gedung rektorat. Di lantai 1 terdapat pelayanan untuk informasi umum, pendaftaran mahasiswa baru, serta administrasi lain. Kemudian di lantai 2 terdapat loket untuk administrasi keuangan dan juga administrasi kemahasiswaan. Di lantai 3 sendiri terdapat ruang CBT Center yang sudah sertifikasi LPUK Nakes. Dan sekarang kita ada di Perpustakaan Cendekia Bamada, dengan berbagai koleksi bukunya dan tempat baca yang keren dan juga kekinian. Universitas Bamada Slawi juga memiliki auditorium Profesor Dr. Trijaka Kartana MM yang memiliki kapasitas kurang lebih 3.000 orang dan terdapat fasilitas lapangan bulu tangkis di dalamnya. Terdapat pula ruang unit kegiatan mahasiswa serta asrama putri untuk mahasiswi Universitas Bamada Slawi. Laboratorium terpadu Universitas Bamada Slawi yang terdiri dari lab keperawatan, lab kebidanan, dan juga lab keselamatan dan kesehatan kerja.
Tes. Aman kok kata suaranya masih di Zoom. Ada kan?
Lokasi terakhir kita di gedung G yang terdapat ruang kelas dan juga laboratorium farmasi. Kita tutup kampus tour di lapangan Serbaguna Universitas Bamada Slawi. Sampai jumpa.
Melangkah pasti untuk mengarungi cakrawala ilmu, menjaga tradisi, berinovasi sehingga melambungkan prestasi, menyatu dalam visi menjadi referensi rujukan bagi generasi masa depan yang unggul dalam mutu, mandiri, kompeten, dan profesional. Universitas Bamada Slawi menjadi sentra bagi cita-cita anak bangsa, berpadu harmonis dalam dunia pendidikan. Universitas Bamada Slawi merupakan kampus yang ada di Tegal, menjadikan mahasiswanya menjadi generasi yang unggul, berkompeten, dan profesional. Beragam asa berbagai bidang berpadu menjadi satu di sini, mulai dari Prodi S1 Ilmu Keperawatan, Prodi D3 Keperawatan, S1 Farmasi, D3 Kebidanan,
Tes.
D4 Keselamatan dan Kesehatan Kerja atau K3, S1 Kewirausahaan, S1 Bisnis Digital, dan S1 Informatika. Kampus Universitas Bamada Slawi didukung sarana dan prasarana memadai yang menunjang kompetensi di bidangnya. Dengan perpustakaan yang menjadi sentra rujukan dan referensi studi kemahasiswaan, dan laboratorium CBT uji kompetensi dari prodi masing-masing. Kegiatan kemahasiswaan yang berpadu dalam UKM, unit kegiatan mahasiswa, banyak mendapatkan prestasi kejuaraan di berbagai bidang kejuaraan. Bersama Universitas Bamada Slawi bisa.
Tes.
Pendidikan merupakan suatu hal yang mempunyai prioritas penting saat ini. Pendidikan yang baik dan berkualitas dapat menentukan karir seseorang dalam dunia kerja sehingga menjadi lebih kompeten dan profesional. Oleh karena itu, pendidikan pada tingkat perguruan tinggi saat ini dipandang penting oleh masyarakat. Kabupaten Tegal memiliki banyak objek wisata, mulai objek wisata laut, danau, hingga objek wisata alam pegunungan. Di antara yang cukup dikenal adalah objek wisata pemandian air panas Guci. Lokasi ini sering menjadi tujuan wisatawan dari berbagai kota dan provinsi. Kabupaten Tegal memiliki luas wilayah hingga 87.879 hektar, terdiri di atas 18 kecamatan, 281 desa, dan 6 kelurahan. Slawi merupakan ibu kota dari Kabupaten Tegal. Suasana yang nyaman menjadikan kota Slawi semakin menjadi tempat tujuan bagi pedagang dan pengusaha, bagi guru dan pelajar, hingga para wisatawan dari luar kota. Mereka datang ke sini untuk membeli oleh-oleh khas kota Slawi, seperti tahu aci, teh khas Slawi dari berbagai mereknya, hingga mengabadikan momen wisata mereka di sini. Salah satu perguruan tinggi yang ada di kota Slawi adalah Stikes Bakti Mandala Husada Slawi, yang lebih dikenal dengan Stikes Bamada Slawi. Kampus kesehatan ini berada di bawah naungan Yayasan Pendidikan Tri Sanja Husada atau disebut YPTSH. Dalam kurun waktu yang cukup panjang, Stikes Bakti Mandala Husada Slawi mampu menjadi sekolah tinggi ilmu kesehatan yang terdepan di Kabupaten Tegal. Sebagai kampus kesehatan yang lulusannya banyak memberi pengabdian bagi masyarakat luas, mulai dari praktek mandiri di berbagai klinik hingga bekerja di berbagai perusahaan negeri dan swasta. Dengan majunya perkembangan zaman, membuat kebutuhan teknologi semakin dicari. Peningkatan pelayanan dan mutu pendidikan adalah tujuan utama, membuat Yayasan Pendidikan Tri Sanja Husada Slawi (YPTSH) mengajukan permohonan agar badan usaha yang dimilikinya berupa Sekolah Tinggi Ilmu Kesehatan Stikes Bamada Slawi menjadi Universitas Bamada Slawi. Hal ini dalam rangka meningkatkan pelayanan akan kebutuhan pendidikan bagi masyarakat. Dari Stikes Bamada menjadi Universitas Bamada diharapkan mampu menjawab tantangan untuk menyediakan fakultas baru di bidang ekonomi dan teknologi. Saat ini, Stikes Bamada Slawi memiliki 6 program studi. Di antaranya adalah D3 Keperawatan, D3 Kebidanan, S1 Ilmu Keperawatan, Profesi Nurse, S1 Farmasi, dan D4 K3 Keselamatan dan Kesehatan Kerja. Untuk menuju Universitas Bamada, terdapat 3 fakultas, yaitu Fakultas S1 Kewirausahaan, S1 Bisnis Digital, dan S1 Informatika. Yayasan Pendidikan Tri Sanja Husada atau disingkat YPTSH dengan akte notaris nomor 5 tanggal 7 Februari 1995 dibuat oleh Yugiowati Zubaidi Pribadi SH dengan struktur pendiri Dr. Mahfur, Dr. Andes Mas Fui Masduki Magister Manajemen, Dr. Mulyono Sadini Diploma of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene, Dr. Anda Sabaria Puji Rahayu Sarjana Apoteker Magister Manajemen, Dr. Anda Subarno, Dr. Anda Subekti Magister Manajemen, Dr. Anda Sugianto HN Magister Pendidikan, Profesor Dr. Trijaka Kartana Magister Sains, Dr. Waluyati, dan Dr. Andes Widodo Magister Manajemen. Seiring berjalannya waktu, sempat mengalami perubahan kepengurusan yang tertuang dalam Akte Perubahan Nomor 32 tanggal 28 Desember 2020 dibuat oleh Notaris Untung Dwi Karyanto, SH, SPN dengan struktur organisasi sebagai berikut. Dr. Andes Subarno sebagai pembina YPTSH, Dr. Haji Mahfur sebagai Ketua Pengurus Harian YPTSH, Dr. Haja Waluyati sebagai Wakil Ketua, Dr. Andes Masfui Masduki Magister Manajemen sebagai Sekretaris, Dr. Anda Haja Sriwardani Magister Pendidikan sebagai Bendahara, Ketua Pengawas, Dia Ayu Wulandari Sarjana Teknik Master of Architecture, dengan anggota Untung Jatmiko Aji Sarjana Teknik, Andrian Fauzi, Sarjana Ilmu Politik, dan Bayu Setiaji, Sarjana Sosial. Bamada Selawi memiliki luas lahan 42.500 meter persegi, berlokasi di selatan kota Selawi, Jalan Jutnya di nomor 16 Kelurahan Kalisabu, Kecamatan Selawi, Kabupaten Tegal, Jawa Tengah. Fasilitas yang dimiliki Bamada Selawi terdiri dari gedung rektorat dengan 3 lantai, 2 lantai gedung perkuliahan selatan yang mengcover perkuliahan prodi keperawatan, kebidanan, dan prodi K3. 2 lantai gedung perkuliahan barat mengcover ruang perkuliahan farmasi, Convention Hall Aula Dr. Andes Widodo MM, Aula Profesor Trijaga, Perpustakaan Bamada, yang menyediakan juga pojok baca perpustakaan Bamada di setiap gedung perkuliahan dan multimedia audiovisual. Laboratorium Keperawatan, Laboratorium Kebidanan, dan Laboratorium Farmasi. Ruang unit kegiatan kemahasiswaan. Tersedia pula gedung 2 lantai untuk asrama putri dan gedung laboratorium terpadu yang masih dalam tahap pembangunan. Universitas Bamada Selawi, Universitas Bamada Selawi, Universitas Bamada Selawi.
Ketome basah balik-balik lagi. Mungkin shampoo kamu nggak 100%. Ayo kita cek. Move on ke Head and Shoulders. Menghilangkan ketome basah hingga 100%. Melindungi kulit kepala hingga 48 jam supaya ketome basah dan gatal nggak balik-balik lagi. Head and Shoulders.
Stikes Bakti Mandala Husada Selawi berdasarkan keputusan dari Menteri Pendidikan, Kebudayaan, Riset dan Teknologi dengan nomor 325-E-O-2021 tentang izin perubahan bentuk Sekolah Tinggi Ilmu Kesehatan Bakti Mandala Husada Selawi menjadi Universitas Bamada Selawi di Kabupaten Tegal, Provinsi Jawa Tengah yang diselenggarakan oleh Yayasan Pendidikan Trisanja Husada. Maka sejak tanggal 23 Juli 2020
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Prof.
Morning.
Yeah, can I test my PPT again? Because last time the sound effect has a problem. So I try to solve the problem.
Sure, go ahead. Prof. Jane, you can test your PPT right now.
Okay. So can you see my PPT?
Yeah, that's clear. I see your PPT.
Okay, and the sound. Can you
Yes,
hear?
that's clear.
Oh, this time
Yeah.
is very good. Okay, one more. One more.
死亡人数已相较去年有所增加。
Can you hear
一名
the
58岁
character?
中年男子
Yes,
Oh,
clearly. That's
表
good.
示若今年
That won't be a problem. Yeah, I think so. And try this one again. How about this? Okay, no problem
Good.
this time. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Prof. Chen.
Sorry, one more thing. I supposed to change my background, right? My background.
Yes.
Would you please guide me how to do it?
Okay, you have to click on the video settings.
Video setting.
Yeah, the icon of video.
Mm,
Site audio.
okay. Video is a meeting information. Is that correct?
Video settings.
Video setting.
Yeah.
I cannot find a video
Oh.
set.
Oh, you cannot find it, or I will text you
Okay.
in personal.
Yeah. I finish.
Okay, done. That's clear.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Welcome to the international seminar held in celebration of the 4th anniversary of Universitas Bamada Slawi. We will start the seminar shortly. Before we start, allow me to read out some important rules for today's seminar. The first is please use your full name with a title followed by your institution. Second, participants are expected to attend the seminar from the beginning to the end. Third, please keep your audio mute unless given permission by the committee. Fourth, if you would like to ask question, please type it in the chat box using this format. The attendance link will be shared in the chat box and open for 30 minutes after the seminar ends. The participants who do not complete the attendance will not get a certificate. The Honorable Rector of Universitas Bamada Slawi, respected Vice Rector, distinguished speaker, our beloved lecturer, student, and all participants. Welcome to our international seminar entitled Empowering Health Through Digital Transformation. My name, Binta Ihtada, and I'm your master ceremony. It's truly a pleasure to welcome you all in this important event. Thank you for being here with us on time. We hope everyone will gain meaningful insight and inspiration from today's seminar. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin our seminar today, let us start by praying together, asking for a God blessing so this event may run smoothly. Pray begin. Finish. Thank you. It's an honor and such a pleasure for having four distinguished speakers representing a different country and area of expertise. They are, first, Professor Su Fen Chen, PhD MSN Registered Nurse from Taiwan, Dr. Banu Prakasnuna from India, Mr. Harnis Anom Susetyo MCom from Indonesia, Professor Technologist Dr. Salwani Mohdaud from Malaysia. Good morning and good night to all speakers, and thank you for being here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite you to rise and sing our national anthem, Indonesia Raya, and continue it with the march of Universitas Bamada Slawi.
berempat lima. Universitas Pembelajaran Jaya berbakti pada nusa dan bangsa. Warga generasi berjiwa usaha demi cita-cita yang mulia. Universitas Pembelajaran Jaya berbakti pada nusa dan bangsa. Warga generasi berjiwa usaha demi cita-cita yang mulia. Demi cita-cita yang mulia.
Okay, thank you. Next, I would like to invite the Vice Rector of Universitas Bamada Slawi, Dr. Risnanto Mkes, to deliver a welcoming speech and officially open this international seminar. To Dr. Risnanto, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
My speech be upon us all, distinguished guests, honorable speakers, Professor Safen Singh, PhD, MSN, RN from National Taipei University of Nursing and Health Science. Dr. Banu Prakas Nuna from RV University, India. Mr. Haris Anom Susetio Aji Nugroho MCom from Universitas Bamada Slawi and Professor Technologist Dr. Shalwani Moh Daud from University Malaysia of Computer Science and Engineering. Director of Universitas Bamada Slawi, esteemed academic and all delighted participants. Praise and gratitude be to Allah, the Almighty, God, the most gracious and merciful, for His blessing and grace that allow us to gather here today to participate in this international seminar, held in celebration of the 4th anniversary of Universitas Bamada Slawi in 2025. We warmly welcome you to our campus, even though this seminar is being held online. Our sincere thanks go to distinguished speakers, organizing team, and academic community for making this event possible. This seminar reflects our collaborative effort with partner universities and highlight the importance of expanding professional network to improve educational quality. It also serves as platform to share knowledge and exchange insight with experts from both domestic and international partner institutions of Universitas Bamada Slawi. Ladies and gentlemen, let me highlight two key trends shaping education today. First, the rise of online platform has made virtual learning, seminars, training a preferred choice due to time and cost efficiency. Second, we are seeing a generation of digital native, highly scaling in using technology in daily life. This trend present challenge for higher education. Universities must stay relevant by producing globally competitive, morally grounded graduates. This phenomena brings at least two major challenges for higher education. we must address wisely. Universitas must stay relevant and maintaining their role in producing excellent, globally competitive, and ethical graduates. To face these changes, universities must continue to transform and strengthen collaboration with industries, business, government, NGOs, professional organizations, communities, and the media. Such transformation and collaboration are essential to improving the quality of higher education through the following efforts. First, improving the government and management of the education system, as well as research and development by implementing good university governance. This includes core values such as transparency, accountability, responsibility, independence, fairness, quality assurance, and relevance. Furthermore, as driver of innovation, universities can initiate collaboration in the form of joint research and publication. This is essential for more efficiency funding and for aligning the development of science and technology with the need of industry and society. Second, adopting research methodologies to advancement in information technology. Many research institutions now use artificial intelligence or AI and big data in large-scale surveys. Third, strengthening international collaboration at the individual level, such as student and faculty exchange program, aligned with their expertise. This can enhance research quality, teaching model, and community service program. Fourth, reaffirming the role of higher education as a culture center and driver of social change. Universities must balance technological advancement with character development, promoting morality, humanity, and faith. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, we sincerely hope that this seminar serves as a platform for exchanging knowledge, research, and ideas, while strengthening academic collaboration and professional network. May this event also enrich our understanding of global issues and support participants in enhancing their expertise in their respective field. We wish everyone a successful and productive international seminar. May Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala bless our effort and guide us in improving the quality of higher education. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Isnanto, for the welcoming speech. Before we proceed to the main agenda, we would like to invite all participants and speakers to kindly turn on your camera for a group photo session. Okay, everyone, let's take a picture together.
Ma,
Please smile and show us your best poses. First slide, please. 1, 2, 3. Second slide, please. 1, 1, 2, 3. Third slide, please. 1, 2, 3. Fourth slide, please. 1, 2, 3. Fifth slide, please. 1, 2, 3. Last slide, please. 1, 2, 3. Udah? Enough? Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will begin the main session of this international seminar. To lead to the discussion, I would like invite the friend of mine, Miss Vicky Kartika Murti MPD as moderator. Miss Vicky, are you ready?
Yes, of course. I'm ready right now.
The floor is yours.
Okay. Is my voice clear, everyone?
Yes, it's clear.
Clear.
Okay, thank you. So thank you to our Master of Ceremony for the warm and enthusiastic opening. Honorable Director of Universitas Bamada Slawi, respected speakers, distinguished guests, and beloved participants. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning and welcome everyone. Good morning from Slawi, from Indonesia, but good evening to Prof. Cheng in America. Good evening, Prof. Okay, so allow me to set the mood with a short opening poem. The world is big, yet here we meet. On virtual ground, we take our rest. Let's share, explore, and redefine where health and tech together shines. Okay, welcome to the International Seminar 2025 on Empowering Health Through Digital Transformation, held as a part of the 4th anniversary celebration of Universitas Bamada Slawi. We are truly excited to welcome all of you, students, lecturers, healthcare professionals, and members of the public from diverse academic and professional backgrounds. It's inspiring to see so many bright minds gather here to explore the intersections of psychology, nursing, and digital technology, fields that are not only evolving rapidly, but are also deeply connected in shaping the future of global health. Let today be a moment where knowledge meets innovation and collaboration turn into actions. And yes, don't forget there will be a special gift for our most active participant, and then the winner will be announced by the MC at the end of the event. So stay tuned and stay engaged. Don't forget to be active participants. So I am Vicky Kartika Murti. You can call me Miss Vicky. It's okay. And I'll be your moderator throughout today's seminar. Before we begin, there are few notes that you have to consider. One, each speaker has 20 minutes to present. And then two, the first speaker will have a question and answer sessions immediately after her presentation. So this is very special for Prof. Cheng. And then the second, third, and fourth speakers will have a combined Q&A session at the end. And then please use the chat box or raise hand feature to ask questions. So participants, if the speaker is doing the presentation, you can ask the question by raise your hand or typing on the chat box. And then kindly mute your microphone during the presentations. And then 6, this seminar is recorded for documentation and then the educational purposes. So there are 4 speakers here as the MC and then the vice rector mentioned. The first speaker is Prof. Sufan Cheng. The second speaker is Dr. Banu Prakasnuna. The third, Mr. Anom. And then the fourth, Professor Technologist Dr. Salwani. Okay, so now let us welcome our first speaker, Prof. Cheng.
Hi, I'm
Okay,
here.
good. Okay, good. Thank you. But first, I would like to read your curriculum vitae first. Okay. Committee, could you please share the curriculum vitae for Prof. Sufan Cheng? Okay, here we go. But I have made a summary of your curriculum vitae. So because there are many pages on your curriculum vitae. Okay, Prof. Sufan Cheng, PhD, MSN, and registered nurse, is a professor at the National Taipei University of Nursing and Health Sciences. She earned her Bachelor's Science Nursing in Iowa, her Master's Science Nursing in Maryland, and her PhD in Nursing from the University of Colorado in 2002. Her professional journey spans clinical, academic, and research roles in Taiwan and the US. She has received numerous honors, including Distinguished Professor and Research Excellence Awards, including one most recently in 2024 from the National Taipei University of Nursing and Health Sciences. And then Prof. Cheng has led various sponsor projects from 2009 to 2026 in areas such as nursing education, AI integration, and innovative teaching. She has also published more than 80 peer-reviewed articles between 2009 and until 2025 in high-impact international journals, many as corresponding or senior author. Wow, that's truly impressive, isn't it? We are honored to have her with us today. Prof. Cheng wants to deliver the presentation about digital transformation in nursing education. Okay, thank you for the curriculum vitae. You can start share. Thank you. And then Prof. Cheng, you have 20 minutes and the screen is yours.
Okay, let me share my PowerPoint. Okay. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yeah, I see it.
Thank you so much for the invitation and also give me the opportunity to share my innovation in teaching and research with you. Okay, so my topic is about the transformation in nursing education. Not AI, because no time to talk about this, but my current study put all focus on AI, how to apply AI in our education. Okay, when we're talking about a digital transformation, I think it can be comprehensively understood as a continuous and a fundamental process of integrating digital technology into all aspects. The important thing is to deliver values. Okay, so for me, transformation is kind of like making the change and courageous journey of growth and renew. Renew is a key and inspiration. So I hope my presentation will bring you the change and renew and inspiration. Okay. In Taiwan, a lot of people are talking about the teaching learning examination is disconnected to clinical application. So when our students go to the hospital, be a nurse, there is a big gap. They cannot apply what they learn into the hospital. So this study is done in 2010 at that time. And then I tried to find something to make a connection between the teaching learning and the clinical practice altogether. So at that time, I'm thinking, is it possible to develop a virtual learning tool where the only things missing is the student able to touch the real patient. So except this, can I do this? So in 2010 to 2012, I developed a avatar, learning avatar in nursing education. So I try to bridge connection between theory and the practice together. And then so the product I call a 3D NISO here. So because of time, I will only show you a little bit the idea. I put the scenario. This is a scenario-based online simulation in 2010. We call Avatar. So this is our student. So they need to learn how to taking care of the patient. So when the student go to the bedside to see the patient, and then in her mind, she need to know a lot of.
你好，我是照顾恁孙仔的护理师，我叫。
And this one is kind of like asking the history. When the nurse is asking the history, the student need to know what the patient answer and what does that mean in here.
请问小美，这个是啥物原因大院？
小美3刚以
And
前
then
就
the
开始出
grandma
现跟
answer
感冒。
the question. And then you need to know in your mind what's going on. And then what kind of care you are going to provide. And so if the patient has difficult to breathe, what can you do?
小美，你现在有没有哪里不舒服？
我觉得
You see,
我好
the
像
kids has difficult to breathe.
吸不到气。
And then you need to know what's going on and then what you can do. So this is the idea I did in 2010. And then after that, I developed a Flipped Classroom research project. I use a little bit digital information and then combine with classroom teaching all together. For traditional classroom is kind of like a passive. Learning is passive, but demands imagination. And after I use a Flipped Classroom, students learn at home and come to school to have a classroom discussion. So learning shift from the passive to active. So I developed a 4D CBL called 4 Phases Dynamic Case-Based Learning. So there are some projects students need to learn at home, and then when they go to school, they need to have a discussion. And because of this, I wrote a article, although that is written in Chinese, but I use AI Google Vids to transfer my idea into here. So if you are interested, you can scan the QR code here, and then you can learn from here. Okay, so here is the example.
Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic, flipped classroom teaching strategy in nursing education. This video will explain the background, methods, key findings, and practical implications of. Hello, everyone.
Okay, and then another student, she followed my Flipped Classroom, and then she applied this teaching strategy with Work Cafe into the IPP teaching. Okay, and here is her slide a little bit. And her name is Li Hongyin. Okay, this is the traditional teaching classroom. This is the way we learn. So you can see the communication between each other is low. So she applied the Work Cafe in here and then teach nurses how to do. So she used the animation here, so the student can learn, the learner can learn the basic idea about the IT mindful competence. And then you have a conversation and discussion. Okay, so you see the classroom change, the environment change. So they put more focus on here, and then here is the scenario. We use animator to make it so everybody get the same picture about the scenario. Okay, so this is the idea. And then so Hongyin, she published her study in Journal of Interprofessional Care. And then here is her QR code. If you are interested, you can read her article through like maybe 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, and then she is Li Sanwei. She also use a Flipped Classroom to teach outpatient communication. And we have no time, so I just skip it. And then Sanwei's paper is published in Journal of Continuing Education in Nursing. So she applied the mobile technology and then also a self-reflective course in communication behavior for outpatient patient. And then after that, some of my students developed the AR, the VR. And the first one is Zhang Ziwei. She developed the chemical disaster training program by using the VR. And then this is part of her VR because it's a 3D and shorten the content, so it's very quickly. So when we receive a phone call from somebody, and then the emergency room need to prepare to taking care of the patient with a chemical disaster. So this is the process how we teach our nurses how to taking care of these kinds of patients. You need to call the patient and make sure the patient is still alive, and then check the vital sign and other information, and then clean the body, clean the chemical on his body, something like this. And then we also from the students learning, we can know whether they get a correct answer or not. If they cannot learn well, then we put focus on specific area. And my another Zhang Ziwei's paper is published in Nurse Education Today. And then here is his article. And then this is my new students. Her name is Zhou Yushan. She put more focus on aero medicine. Aero transportation. So we named her project VR A to G Hero to say this one. And because this aero medicine transportation is not common, so we say she used AI to develop some part like a journalist reporting, and then has AI to do the helicopter. Okay, so
的救援人数高达603件，死亡人数也相较去年有所增加。
And what's
一
happening
名50
here, you see, and then so they will call the 911 and to the hospital. So what can they do? And then the way they transport
双河医院急诊部，您好，
to the
这里
hospital.
是空中指挥
So
中心，稍后有一个三峡山区的山难个案。
we kind of like mimic the situation, so that we training our nurses how to do a better care when patient transfer from the helicopter. And also we do a lot of game-based learning in our school. And then he is Zhiqun. And then he put more focus on escape room. And then here is his video. And then he talking about the basic idea about the disaster preparedness. And then he put 4 different kinds of game, and then asked the nurses to identify some issue by using the movie. Okay, so you need to identify whether there is a toxin. And then you need to know that each person's role during the disaster care. Okay, so this is his study. He wish if we can make the study, the learning just like a movie theater, then learning won't be too boring. Okay, and then his study is published in the Clinical Simulation in Nursing. Also, you can scan the QR code here. And Wang Xingyi, she used a board game to teach the ECMO care. And then if you are interested, you can read her article. And then her manuscript is published in Nurse Education in Practice. And some of my students developed the APP. One is called iLearning, the other one called eStory. To present the content. So He Qiaoro, now she is a PhD student studying at National Yangming University. And then she developed the iLearning application on chest tube care. And then, because I only have 20 minutes. So anyway, if you are interested to read her article, you can read here. And then her paper is published in Nurse Education Today. And then Ye Jiahan also, eStory means patient story. So from the app, we guide our students to learn how to find a patient's problem based on the eStory app. and then so we train our student to have a better clinical reasoning ability. And then his article is published in Nurse Education in Practice here. And also some students put more focus on serious game. Su Jiahui, her study is about the airway management. So this one is special because most of the software we use a free software to make their study. And then Su Jiahui asked her friend to draw. At that time, and then because of the COVID-19, the student cannot go to the hospital to practice. So she developed a serious game and then teach her student how to do a better airway management. So the patient come to the ER, you cannot get it. And then the nurse come out, you see, it's very cute. Just her friend draw for her. And then the patient's daughter come to the hospital and complain about the mother said she cannot breathe. And then the nurse need to check different things and to make sure the mother receives the better care. And then after that, the patient go to the elective pressure rate, and then you need to know, you will guide the student to know how to do it. Just like a real hospital, okay? And then the other one is Chen Yiting, because her article is reviewing now. It's also put more focus on HIV positive patient to prevent the hepatitis C. And then she also earned the reward. This is her certificate for graduate, but she earned the reward, the best poster presentation in 2004 or 3. I forgot. And then this one is very special because it's based on the HIV positive patient's viewpoint. And then so we based on patient's need, and then we develop this one and teach them how to prevent the HIV positive. And then it's also game-based to make sure the patient has know the safety effects. Also the same. Okay, so like the idea is just like this way. So and another student put more focus on simulation, and then she is like Lian Qingqing. She just recently her manuscript was accepted recently and published in the Nurse Education in Practice. The title is Online Simulation-Based Learning Approach with Decision Branch Video. So she put more focus on chest trauma education. So there is a car accident, and then the patient was sent to the ER, and then she guided the students, nurses, how to do a better chest trauma care. Okay, so here is her slide. You see, it's an animator, little bit. We have a lot of car accidents, especially motorcycles. So the patient was sent to the ER, and then so there are a lot of scenarios. And in here, we say this is a decision-based branch learning. So when something happens, we stop there and then ask the nurses to choose based on their understanding what kind of problem the patient may have. So they will choose the situation. We kind of guide the nurses how to do a right decision about the chest trauma care. Okay. Okay. So her paper is published in here. Okay, and then she is He Tingyi. She used a chatbot and put more focus on the high alert medication. And then her chatbot is not AI driven, but it is a
高警讯
game-based.
药品众多且复杂，透过 LINE 机器人可帮助护理人员学习
So
高
this
警
is
讯
a
药品。
fundamental knowledge
聊天
about
机
high
器人
alert
有6个区块，
medication, and this is a chatbot in here. So the nurses will learn the basic fundamental information, but also use
可提
the
供学习，
use the
用于学
game
习
to
A 定
teach
制药
them
品，提 供该药品的作用、副作用和注意事项，用以学习高警讯药品，进行了解更及高警讯药品知识，并增加记忆。
Okay, so it's kind of help nurses to remember, so they won't make a mistake. And then her paper is also reviewing now. And then a lot of my students put more focus on AR. So the first one, like Hu Huijun, her AR is, we call AR, PICC exploration, we call APEX, APP. And then APP is like this way. Provide a fundamental knowledge about the PICC care. And then students can learn how to use how to do the PICC care by AR. Okay, so the idea is just like this way. Because her paper is reviewing now. And then another one, my student Guo Pingjun, she also use AR, but put more focus on malignant fungating wound care. And then this is kind of like a logo, and she developed by herself using MFWS. Okay, so it's kind of like mimic what's happened in the clinical.
Learn MFWS at your pace.
We use AI to do this one. This is the fundamental knowledge.
Mobile AR, clinical reasoning, and wound assessment unite in TPA-CK framework. AR clinical reasoning visualize wounds, diagnose problems, plan treatments, reflect outcomes.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Assessment unite in TPA-CK framework. AR clinical reasoning visualize wounds, diagnose problems, plan treatments, reflect outcomes.
Okay, from I discussed with her, I also learned malignant fungating wound has different kinds of style, and then different kinds of cancer has different kinds of presentation. So Pingjun guide her students how to do the different kinds of care based on from the AR. Okay.
跟你交班，3303，一个52岁的女性，她是乳癌患者，目前治疗是每周打绢撒，因为她最近。
So it's a patient's background information. And then the real situation that we have.
3D visualization handover training, contextual scenario.
So this is Guo Pingjun's study. And then Zhang Jiarong, she also used AR in ER, workplace violence. And then she is preparing the submission pretty soon. Okay. And Xin Pei, she just graduated. She also used AR and put more focus on oral mucositis care. Okay, and then here is her AR. Okay, I forgot to set up my alarm. Excuse me, can I know how many minutes I still have? Okay,
it's 2 minutes later. 2 minutes left.
Okay, we'll finish soon. Okay, so this is Xin Pei's study. Okay, and then it's almost done. And then I think we tend to assume that a single teaching strategy can be applied to all healthcare professions. Is that true? Actually, from our study, no. This is the future of nursing in 2025. To 2020 to 2030. So we put more focus on equality and equity. If we want to have an equality, we give all the people the same size of bicycle. But is that right? Is that good for everybody? So from here, we think about the equity. So when we provide any care to the patient, we need to find their need. So does the education. So we need to think about what do our nurses need, and then so we can provide that kind of education to them. Okay, so this is a generation. We have a traditionalist to here is Z style, but not Z. Now is a beta style. So what would we do? So here is the pace. Nurses need to have a fundamental knowledge and patience. And then now we put more focus on evidence-based practice. But in the future, who is going to taking care of the patient with us? Maybe the robot. We need to have an idea about the digital technology competency and the AI knowledge to our care. So this is, I think, we need to prepare today's student to become tomorrow's nurses, not prepare student to be a nurses now. Okay, thank you. This is my presentation. And if you have any question, you can email me also. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. Cheng, for the insightful presentation and engaging discussion, Prof. Cheng. So feel free, let's now open the question and answer session for Prof. Cheng. Feel free to type your question in the chat book or just raise hand. Oh, here we go. Bu Theodora, yeah, you can unmute your microphone. Yeah.
Okay, this is clear.
Yeah, your voice is clear. You just directly asked you, Prof. Cheng.
Okay. My name is Theodora Rosaria. I'm from Universitas Bamada Slawi. Yes. I have a question, doctor. I hope it's not out of the topic, yes. We know that the healthcare world is already technology and AI driven. How can we change the people's mindset that so that human care isn't replaced by existing technology or AI? Thank you.
Okay, you mean how can we change people's mind to accept the AI or the kinds, right?
The healthcare cannot replace by the AI, something like that. Do you want to answer directly, Prof. Cheng?
Okay, so I think we cannot change people's mind. I cannot change my husband's mind. How can I change everybody's mind? Yeah, even though myself, I cannot change my mind somewhere. So just for me, just try to learn from others, be open and be sensitive to everything. And then, so for the AI era, I'm not sure that is the right way, but there's no doubt AI can help us to increase our learning. Yeah. So I may not answer your question, but this is what I think.
Yeah, Miss Bu Teo, is that clear for the answer?
Yeah, cukup.
Yeah, thank you. And the second participant who will answer is Pak Ramadan. Here we go. You can unmute your microphone, please.
Thank you, Miss. Nice to meet you, Prof. James. My sound is clear?
Yes.
Yes. Nice to meet you, Prof. James. I'm Ramadan. I'm from lecture Diploma Nursing Program in Bamada University. I'm very impressive for your information about technology for describe nursing in Taiwan. It's a good. But I want to ask you about what challenge did Prof. Cheng get during guiding students to develop this technology? Maybe your challenge can be applied in Indonesia. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you for the question. A lot of people ask me this kind of question always. Yeah, especially when you see the technology apply into the teaching, they say a lot of people think that is very difficult. But because I'm not teaching at the nursing department, I'm currently teaching at Align Health Education and Digital Learning. So it's kind of like a multidisciplinary department. So our student will learn how to do the AI. Yeah. Anyway, how to do the VR, AR or others. They will learn from here. And then my challenge is
Atau di sini aja?
Ya, sini aja.
Sini oke. Oke.
Can you continue, Prof. Cheng? Here is our rector, Dr. Maufur. Welcome, Pak Maufur.
I'm sorry, you want me to continue to answer, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I think it's a time, so you mute me. Okay. So I think a lot of challenge for me. I need to learn a lot of new things. Keep updating. Sometimes I feel really truly challenging, but because my team, I have a graduate student, we work together, so we will communicate with each other and make this project better. So the challenge is technology, but because our school has a team, so the student can learn and then we can learn from the outside also. So just keep learning. And then for the AI, this part, that is a big challenge because I'm still thinking which one is the better way to help our students. So that's it.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone, do you want to ask a question to Prof. Cheng, please? Because Prof. Cheng is in America. Is that right, Prof. Cheng?
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
I have a severe jet
What
lag.
time? Yeah.
It's
Oh, you got
actually,
jet lag.
yeah, I couldn't sleep on the airplane. Yes.
Just sorry.
It's
Okay,
okay. Thank you.
every participants, please, we want to ask something. The relationship between nursing and then technology, the current technology. Okay, everyone, please. It's okay if you want to ask by typing on the chat box. That's feel free to you. Or just enough. You can see Prof. Cheng at the first time, yeah. This is the very unforgettable experience, please, participant, everyone. Because if you don't have questions, maybe Prof. Cheng wants to close the presentation. And do you want to sleep? Yeah, do you want to go to sleep? Okay, because that's early morning. Over
No,
there.
and actually at night, 10:30, around 10:30 now.
Okay, 10:30. Okay. That's enough, Prof. Cheng? There is
Thank
no
you.
questions more. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay. Can be applied. Okay. Here we go. There is
I
a
saw the question.
question.
Yes, I think it can be applied in Indonesia. That won't be a problem. Change the language. It can be applied. Yeah, and actually my student, because they develop like a AR or VR by themselves, so they go to other side, other school or other hospital to teach teachers or nurses how to do the AR, how to apply AR, VR or APP in their clinical education. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there are more questions. Yeah. Since I said
Mrs.
you
Vicky.
have to. Okay, Ibu Ita, do you
One
want
more.
to ask directly? Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, Mrs. Cheng. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, my name is Mrs. Ita. I'm one of the nursing lecturer in Bamada University. I want to ask you how you encourage your student for prepare for the technology. There are subject about the technology in nursing maybe, and but the facility, laboratory, and also the assignment, and how to be very innovative, very innovative, like your example and your video. Okay, thank you very much.
Actually, to be honest, I don't need to encourage them because they choose, they are graduate students. They choose our department to study. So they know we are doing the digital learning. We apply technology into education. So that is the purpose. They come to our department to study. So this won't be a problem for them. So they know they will learn from the teacher. We have a couple class to teach about the technology. Yeah, so that won't be a problem. It's not an issue. Yeah, in here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you have more question, Mrs. Ita, or just one question?
Okay. Is there a subject about technology in nursing education in the maybe especially in national in Taiwan?
You mean that
is there a compulsory they must
we don't
create
have
something with
we don't
nursing
have
technology?
a specific course called technology in nursing education. We have a faculty who are like a IT person teach our student, and then the student is nurses. They need to apply the software AR VR into their study. So it's kind of like automatically happen. So it won't be a problem because there is a graduate student. They come because they want to make changes in their clinical setting. So this is not an issue. Yeah.
Okay, because it's different culture with Indonesia, maybe.
Yeah, but they do have like a 5 to 6 credit hours about the technology, so they know, they learn. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, Miss Ita. So one more questions on the chat box. Okay, what is the role of young healthcare professionals like students in supporting digital transformation in healthcare field?
What is the role of young healthcare person?
Yeah, healthcare. There is a typo. Healthcare.
They just need to learn how. Actually, there is no specific role be identified for the young healthcare profession because we use a lot of technology in the education and the healthcare already. So the young people kind of like automatically learn, just like my kids. When she is 24 years old, but when she was little, she can use the iPhone to play game in Japanese. How can that be? They just learn it automatically, but especially now the kids was born in AI era. The kids will know the AI directly, so there is no specific that is automatically happen. So the teacher just need to adjust ourselves and then learn more to fit the era. I mean the era need anyway.
Okay, thank you. And
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry for one question. Yeah, is there a method for stopping smoking with technology? For stopping smoking.
Is there a method for stopping? That is a big talk. When if the audience would like to email me, I can discuss with her. It depends on your country, your culture. The one I say equality and equity. So we need to assess learners' need and then find something for them. Okay.
Yeah, that depends on the policy of every country. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Rizky, you can email Prof. Cheng. Maybe if you want to get the detailed answer. Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough. Yeah, 10 minutes for discussion. Finally, you can take a time to sleep. Thank you, Prof.
Thank
Cheng.
you.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good night. Okay, so before we move to the second speaker, yeah, Everyone, if you want to ask the questions, just type your question on the chat box, or maybe if you want to raise hand, speak up directly, it's okay. Don't forget there will be a special gift for the participant who are active in this international seminar. So the second participant, Pak Banu, are you here? Are you with me?
I am there. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. Okay, now we move on to our speaker two. Okay, well, the second speaker has visited our campus before, yeah, but in a small class. So, but today we will meet him online. It doesn't matter. We will still gain so much knowledge from him. So he is a distinguished expert in his field. Let me read a brief description on his curriculum vitae. So could you please share the curriculum vitae of Dr. Banu Prakasnuna? Okay, here we go. This is the second speaker for our international seminar. Dr. Banu Prakasnuna is an assistant professor of psychology and victimology and program director for criminology, cyber law and forensic sciences at RV University, Bengaluru, India. He also serves as director of the Center for Victimological Research and as vice president of the World Society of Victimology. He earned his PhD in Victimology 2022 from Tyndall Global University and holds degrees in clinical and developmental psychology and journalism. He has taught psychology and victimology at both undergraduate and postgraduate levels. He has coordinated and delivered talks at international conferences and victimology courses in India, Croatia, Hong Kong, and Indonesia. And his research and publications focus on trauma, digital crime, restorative justice, and victims' rights. Dr. Banu has received several honors, including the Leaders of Africa Impact Scholarship, and has held leadership roles in global societies on criminology and victimology. His professional background also includes counseling and elder care services. He continues to advocate for victim justice through teaching, research, and international collaboration. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Banu will deliver about navigating mental health challenges in the digital era. And Dr. Banu, you have 20 minutes to present. And after this, there will be question and answer session directly after Dr. Banu present the presentation. Okay, Dr. Banu, the screen's of yours.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Fiki. Very good morning from my part of the world. And I'm sure the audience are from different parts of the world and majorly from Indonesia. Terima kasih for the warm hospitality and the invitation that you sent to me to deliver this presentation, an important topic presentation with you all. Selamat pagi for all my Indonesian friends and colleagues.
Selamat pagi.
There are a few words that I know in Bahasa because of my frequent travel to Indonesia. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Universitas Babada Selami. It was a pleasure to be there last time when I visited, and it's great that you wanted me to speak in this very important seminar today. So like Fiki told, so I'm going to speak about mental health challenges in a digital era and how do you navigate these challenges, some of the important strategies that I would like to inform you about today. Could you please allow me to share my presentation?
Yes, sure. You can share your presentation material right now.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, the screen is already here.
All right. Thank you so much. So this is a very, very important topic. I do work in the field of technology and victimization overlap quite a lot. I work in the areas of understanding how victimization on online platforms create an undue trauma to the victims. And so that is my area of work closely. And being a psychologist, I'm also pretty much interested in understanding the psychological impact of victims of online crimes. That is particularly my area of interest in work. Today, I'm particularly going to talk about general use of internet and sometimes how do we overuse, abuse, and then also become dependent and addicted to internet use. And thereby having psychological impact, or even a general use, how can you become vulnerable in terms of becoming a victim of some kind of online fraud or online harassment or cyberbullying. There are several ways in which you can be hurt on online platforms. So I'm going to briefly inform you about what are some of the challenges that generally the users of technology these days have. And what are these challenges and what are the implications of these on psychological well-being of people, general users on online platforms? And how do you simply have certain kind of strategies in terms of avoiding hurt and pain on online platforms? So before I begin my presentation, I'd like to tell you that technology is not neutral. So it is a mirror, one that reflects...
Sorry, Dr. Banu, could you please slideshow your PowerPoint? Make it bigger, slideshow.
Okay. Is this better now?
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So technology is not neutral. So it is a mirror, one that reflects and amplifies the values, hierarchies, and inequalities of the society that created it. Meaning, basically, technology is not the one to be blamed for whatever happens on the technological platforms. Like, for example, if you're using your social media platform today and you've been abused by some other users of the same social media platform that you're on, you cannot blame the technology for that. Technology could be a double-edged sword where you could use it wisely for your advantage, or it could also be misused and create harm and pain for other people. Technology is something that should not be seen as a blame entity. So the people behind that, the creators and the service providers are the ones to be blamed. So I just want to put forward this point in the very beginning, saying that technology is blameless and it's not to be blamed. There are people who are behind these technological devices, technological platforms, who are to be, in the end, taken this burden and also do something in order to fix these issues. So they clearly indicate the social inequalities, the hierarchies. Like, for example, if you take technology-facilitated gender-based violence, the gender-based violence now can happen on online platforms. Now you see these patriarchal differences which are also translating into online platforms and which are creating this victimization of vulnerable populations, including women and children. So technology is not the one to be blamed. The people behind that who are using it, who are creating it, are the ones who are to be blamed naturally. So there are some important questions that I would like to put forward to the audience today, which will be covered throughout the presentation. How can we basically balance connectivity with mental well-being, right? Because this is something that you cannot get rid of, you're highly reliant on technology these days, but how can you ensure that your mental well-being also stays proper while you're also heavily using these, consuming this technology? What role should schools play in digital literacy? Okay, very, very important topic, the role of schools. The technological information being part of the school curriculum, and right from the growing years, the children are aware of their rights, digital rights, and they're also aware of the privacy features, how to enable these privacy features. All of this should also be made part of the school curriculum. How can technology companies design for mental health? A very, very important integral component when you're talking about the safety of using social media platforms or safety features in terms of online, any other platforms that you can talk about. How can technological companies made responsible and ensure that they are enhancing the privacy features on their platforms, which can directly link to the mental health of its users? What personal strategies can you adopt for healthier digital use? In the end, it also comes down to the individual's behaviors, how they are behaving and conducting in online spaces. How responsibly are you acting? How much informed are you? How much efforts are you taking in terms of enhancing your digital literacy? So all of these important things play a very, very key role in terms of maintaining psychological well-being of people on online platforms. So we know this fact that there is nothing which is free of technology these days. Every activity that you do has a component of technological involvement, be it education, be it communication, be it commerce, right? You have e-commerce businesses growing rampantly, right? Amazon, Flipkart. There is nothing that you are going to shops and purchasing these days. If you look at urban crowd, right, you see a lot of these purchases are being made online. So there is heavy reliance on our day-to-day living and functioning. So which is definitely at ease for its users, but it also has its disadvantages of its own. It is also creating that unique mental health challenges for its users. And there are certain characteristics of online technological platforms that we are talking about. And these are some of the important characteristics, like, for example, pervasiveness of internet and social media, right? Like I said, it's there all over, right? It's going to be there for ages to come. It's not going to go away. There is advanced technological equipments and services that you're going to uncover in the near future. So there is no way of technology-free living for human beings. Advantages of digital platforms, yes, there are several. There is no doubt about it. Nobody is questioning and challenging that. But there are certain challenges of digital engagement, like, for example, heavy exposure to idealized identities. Like, for example, if you are there on TikTok or any other social media platforms where there is an opportunity for self-expression, you're also idealizing somebody who's doing very well, whom you are picking up as a role model, and you are trying to match your self with these idealized identities that you have in the online platforms, which could create low self-esteem and confidence issues to speak about, and thereby also have emotional consequences attached to it. Cyberbullying is another greater risk on online platforms, and fear of missing out, FOMO that we talk is fear of missing out, which creates this undue anxiety in its users, and there is constant social comparison that users do, which could also result in several mental health issues. So which is a very, very important area to look into. And the psychological impact of particularly talking about social media is that there is a real culture, right? There is so many people who are fascinated by making reels and posting them on online platforms. And there is also idealized identities or the best self-presentation that you want to do about yourself, right? You want to project to the world that you are best, and there is constant chase of being better on online platforms, whether you're in reality is the same or not. You're striving to become an ideal, real, virtual personality. So there is also this conflict between real self and the ideal self that you're projecting on online platform, which could also create this cognitive dissonance within you, which could also become the reason for low self-esteem and several anxiety issues that could creep in because of this. So excessive use of online platforms is also directly linked with high depressive symptoms and depressive rates. There is n number of research that is there to back this finding, and algorithmic exposure to negative content particularly. So if you look at some of the, like for example, if you're scrolling through TikTok or any other social media platform, you could see that there is constant popping of a certain information that you are fascinated about. So it's not that the service provider carefully targeting the particular audience, but it has an algorithmic way of figuring out what is the content to be shown to its audience. So there is a lot of automatization, and there is also careful selection of emotionally charging information, emotionally charging videos, emotionally charging pictures that are projected to you for consumption, which could be severely disturbing in some cases. Or sometimes that could also become the reason for you getting addicted to these platforms, because your brain is working in certain ways. I also want to bring this point to you, the role of neurobiology in terms of how these internet platforms can make you become addicted to these platforms. Like, for example, if you are using TikTok, right, and then you don't have an end to the scrolling. So you keep scrolling and you get videos one after the other. There is no end to that, right? So this is the feature which these service providers have provided it inbuilt in that mechanism. So now your brain is watching it one video. If you like it, your reward center in the brain gets activated, right? And thereby that pathways to the brain where there is a reward center and the activation of certain point in the brain becomes stronger and stronger. And because of the frequent use of that pathways, it becomes more habituated, and the chances are that you get addicted to these spaces, online spaces, very well. So it's not just your willpower to stay away from these ill-used platforms. Sometimes it is also beyond your ability to stay away from these platforms, especially when you're getting addicted to these platforms, or when you're getting addicted to gaming platforms or internet for that matter. So it is beyond your control because there is neurobiology also playing within this. And then cyberbullying, there are several mental health implications. There is no doubt, right? Victims often suffer from depression, anxiety, and suicidal ideation also in the severe cases due to persistent online abuse. So the cyberbullying starts very at a very, very young age. You see a lot of school incidents of cyberbullying happening these days. So it is also very, very important that digital literacy starts from very, very young age, right from the school. There is impact of persistent public exposure. So this is also another important feature when you're talking about cyberbullying or online harassment or online sexual harassment that happens, because whenever there is information put on online platforms, there is an effect of permanency of the information. So there is no way that you're going to remove this information. It's highly impossible to completely erase the information from these online spaces, right? Like say, for example, somebody puts a nasty information about me on Facebook. There is no way that I can be ensured that this information is removed from Facebook forever. So which means it leaves a digital footprint, which creates a permanency of the information on the virtual spaces. So which means for the person who has been victimized of online hate, so this information, knowing that this information is going to be there on online platform forever, creates an undue anxiety. There is no escape from it. Right, you have to manage and deal with this reality that this information, this bothering information, is there on online platform, accessible to certain segment of people every time. So this reality is haunting, and it is very, very bothering and troubling to the victims. And so there is definitely an illusion of connection. So you might have 1,000 followers and 1,000 friends on your social media platforms. It doesn't mean that you're highly social. So there is an illusion of connection that is created around these social media platforms, which in itself could create a lot of psychological disturbances in people. So these are not real people who can come and handy, who can come in rescue when you're in need of time. So these are people who are there, and sometimes you don't even know that these are real people. So these virtual friends that you make are not real friends, and you're missing out on social connections and social time because of your heavy spending on online platforms. So another concern is digital surveillance and privacy concerns. A lot of corporations, a lot of companies do exercise digital surveillance. Like, for example, governments also, for safety reasons, do have a lot of privacy checks. A lot of your information is being scrutinized all the time in the name of ensuring the safety of general public, right? So and that is okay, as long as there is a valid justification of that kind of activity, it is fine. But sometimes you also have data breaches, data privacy issues, because it is your data is being sold to advertisement companies or marketing companies, right? A lot of these things also happen in the name of data protection or data privacy. There is psychological impact, definitely, when you know that you're being constantly monitored. That in itself could create a lot of anxiety. Your freedom is restricted. You don't want to do a lot of things because you fear that your activities are being monitored. So your freedom is restricted, which is also against the fundamental right of existence of individuals. So there is also erosion of authenticity and trust in the governments and the service providers, which generally can happen because of this excessive unnecessary surveillances that these platforms have. Digital divide and mental health inequities, certainly there is a digital divide, but I would also say that this digital divide is definitely becoming lesser and lesser. Like, for example, if you look at the context of India and Indonesia, the number of smartphone users have increased rampantly in the last decade. So you see that a lot of people are now using mobile phones with 4G and 5G connectivity. There is a lot of internet consumption that is happening, and internet-free access is also available for people, both from rural and urban settings. So this digital divide is certainly going to come down. But there is also, in terms of the level of technology that is being consumed by people. So which means the digital divide at a higher advanced level of technologies is still there. But at the basic level of mobile phones and basic internet connectivity, the digital divide has certainly reduced. But for high-end technologies and all, we still have this digital divide. The impact on education, employment, and social inclusion because of the digital divide is also another reality that we'll have to deal with. And digital divide can also cause mental health inequities, can also become the reason for missing out on opportunities, which could also result in psychological disturbances in its users. So basically, these are some of the challenges that I want to bring to the audience today. But it's also important to address these challenges and to ensure that there is digital health for general public that is maintained across the generations, right from young age to teenagers to middle age to adulthood. Whoever the user is, it should be safe. The digital platform should be safe and should minimize the risk of mental health challenges because of its being used. Right, and promoting the first important strategy is to promote digital literacy and digital citizenship. Definitely, like I've been telling frequently, there is a necessity for integrating this digital literacy into the school curriculum. It's important to start at very, very young age, like for example, 5th standard, 6th standard onwards. It's important to tell students, the kids, that this is how you can be safe on online platforms. These are your rights. When you see that there is breach of your privacy, this is how you escalate. These are the platforms that you approach for raising a complaint, or these are the people that you're going to alert. You tell your father, you tell your mother, you report the matter to the school. So you have to educate these young children because the users are very, very young. So it's important to also tell them what are their rights and how can they be safe on the platforms when they are using it, and how can they understand the vulnerabilities, understand the risk, how can they become alerted whenever there is certain kind of breach that is happening, right? All of this information is very, very important to be passed on from very, very young individuals. So recognizing online risk for safer communities is also very, very important aspect, because there is continuous risk of cyberbullying for young children happening on online platforms. So it's important them to be educated. And encouraging mindful usage of technology, like for example, setting screen time boundaries. These are all individual activities that you can engage yourself, that you can limit your internet use or technological devices use. Let's say, for example, like 2 hours or 3 hours per day, and you have to be disciplined in its efforts. And incorporating digital detox practices are also, like for example, you can stay away from technological use, let's say for 2 weeks in continuous. Right. So these are some of the things that are definitely in your power to do to be safe and to be psychologically well equipped. Engaging in offline activities, the more you try to balance your online practices and behavior with offline practices and behavior. Like for example, if you have real social recreation happening with your family members or your colleagues or friends, right, increasing the quality of social time, real physical social time with the people that you like, can also reduce the risks and burnouts that are happening in the online places. Other strategy that is very important is to provide education, provide cyberbullying prevention programs, like at the government level or the civil society organizations level, or even at the service providers level. For example, Twitter could launch a cyberbullying prevention program, right? Or Facebook could launch a cyberbullying prevention program. So it's also important to make these big giant companies to become responsible for the vulnerabilities and the victimization that is happening on their own platforms. So it's important that the governments also make these giant service providers responsible for prevention and awareness. So that is also another important aspect that everyone should think about. And support system for victims. Certainly, cyber victim counseling cells are also very, very important, and in diverse settings. Like for example, in the school, you can have a cyber cell where people could report and get support in terms of becoming victims of cyber crimes. So there are several ways in which victims could be supported. And very important thing to also understand in terms of victim support is psychological support. It's not just the monetary loss or the physical hurt and the physical pain that people have, right? Largely when you're talking about cyberspace and crimes related to cyberspace, a lot of it has to do with psychological trauma, psychological disturbances. So it's important to provide emotional support and counseling to these victims and have these facilities available for them. So you cannot think about creating these systems when you have victims. It's important to create these systems already before people could actually start using it. So you have to have both a preventative as well as a very clear, keen intent of assisting victims. It's very, very important to provide required support to them. Another important strategy is supporting digital well-being through platform design. So the design in itself, like for example, if the Facebook or Twitter or any other social media platform could tell you how long have you been using that platform on that particular day. If I get a reminder saying that I've already used this platform for 2 hours, 3 hours continuously, right? probably I could pay attention to that. I could take that message very seriously and log off from that social media platform for time being. So it's important that the design in itself could also provide these time use reminders or have content moderation, right? So these features are also very, very important. And it's important that these organizations are made responsible to incorporate these features into their platforms for the users to be benefited. So privacy control must also enable users to manage their online presence and data. So it's also important to empower users with privacy controls. And it's also important to tell them what is this privacy that they could enable, privacy feature that they could enable, right? And in a clear-cut ways, sometimes you have huge list of document that is thrown at you, and you simply ask to agree and consent to this, right? So, so it's like 20-page document. In the end, you scroll down and you simply say, yes, I agree and continue to this, right? So that is not how you should be informing your users. You have to find different ways in which you keep the users very well informed about the privacy features and the risks that are involved as well, right? Another important aspect is internet addiction. When you're dealing with internet addiction or the victimizations on cyber platforms, there are definitely psychological therapeutic approaches which are available, and professionals do provide these services. So it's important to know when you need help and important to reach out for help. Like, for example, cognitive behavioral therapy has shown significant results in terms of attending to addiction victims. Similarly, online addiction victims or gaming platform addiction victims, right? So cognitive behavior therapy could be a useful therapeutic technique that one can reach out to professionals and get support for. And there are several support groups also, like, for example, internet addiction, gaming addiction, you have support groups now where you could also find emotional release by becoming part of these group activities. At the same time, you could also learn certain skills by being part of this support group interventions. So these are two specialized areas of support that one can also think about if you identify yourself as a victim of online activity, or you think that you have been addicted to the internet usage or gaming platforms or simple any other online platforms that you are regularly using. So other important aspects are to provide.
Dr. Banu.
Yeah, close in 2
have
minutes.
5 minutes remaining.
Yeah,
10 minutes.
sure.
Please answer all essential points.
Sure. Yeah. So other basic important things are also educating individuals on digital rights. Certainly, the digital literacy is pretty low across the globe. It's not just about underdeveloped or developing nations. Across the globe, the digital literacy is very, very low. So it's important to it's important to provide the right information and the simple ways, and to ensure that people are consuming this information and they are well informed about before they are actually signing up on your platforms, right? And policy development for ethical data practices, not just for the service providers, but for the users also, right? Because if you're violating a space on an online platform of somebody else, if you're violating space of somebody else's, which means you're also breaching the ethical data practices, right? So it's important to keep everybody informed about the ethical practices, and there has to be stricter governing policies for ethical breaches that's happening on online platforms. So definitely to conclude, so we are in a digital era, there is no doubt about it. And technology is certainly giving numerous opportunities, but at the same time, like we discussed today, there are several challenges also which are posing greater risk for mental health of individuals on virtual spaces. So it's important to address social media addiction, cyberbullying, and surveillance challenges that we discussed. And it is also important to know that this is a collective responsibility. It is not a responsibility of your school principal or your college, university vice chancellor. So it is not one individual's or one organization's or the government's alone responsibility. So this is a collective social responsibility that we will have to look at. So both individuals, educators, policymakers, the civil society organizations, the service providers, the giant companies that are devising these technological platforms, everybody must have to share this responsibility in terms of fixing these challenges that we discussed. So the goal is to have to develop a digital well-being and resilience in society. How you do that is to have several things has to work out properly in terms of doing it. One other thing we have to refrain from doing while we are talking about these victimizations on online platform is to not blame the victim or put the burden of safety on the users themselves. So that is inherent injustice that you're doing to the users. You cannot make the users responsible for their own safety on the platforms. So the platforms must be inbuilt in terms of the security features that you're freely accessing it without having to worry about it. So you can't make money out of somebody else's risk. It is your responsibility to ensure that your platforms are safe. You cannot say that the consumers must be responsible or have safety features enabled before they use it. That is ridiculous. So you cannot make users responsible for their own safety. That is wrong. So the platforms must be responsible for ensuring that the platforms are safe, right? So these are some of the things that I would like to bring to your attention today. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. I apologize, I'm not able to stay through the seminar. I have some other meeting to attend in another 15 minutes. If possible, I'll join back and see the rest of the seminar. I would like to do that, but if time permits, I'm certainly going to join and do that. If you have any questions, I'm happy to take it now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Banu. Okay, everyone, if you have a question, you can ask directly by raising your hand or just typing on the chat box. That's very interesting about, yeah, I remember about the addiction of the social media. So maybe while waiting for the question, I have a question from Dr.
Yes, Mr.
Banu.
Yes.
I have a student or a friend of mine, and sometimes he or she show her or his activity on a social media, but actually he is an introvert person. He don't want to know about your the friend's activity. He just wants to share his activity on a social media. So when I ask question to him or to her, he or she doesn't want to answer because he or she just active in the social media while doing a live streaming on TikTok or on Instagram. So what do you think about that? Should I join her live streaming to get more information about her or about him? What do you think about that?
Yeah, sure. So definitely, this is very interesting to look at. So you have a lot of people who are in that bracket, definitely. So you have individuals who are introvert. They don't engage in regular, real social conversations, but you see them very, very active on online platforms, right? So which means there is certain thing that the online platform is providing to them to be able to have this representation of self on these platforms, right? It could be anonymity, it could be or something which is actually working out for them to put themselves out on these platforms publicly, right? Which in real world doesn't happen. Okay. So this is definitely a phenomena that is an ongoing thing. A lot of individuals are in this process of having overt self-expressions on online platform, but introverted social presence in the real world. So that is there.
Yeah.
So this also signifies a deeper esteem issues that the individual has. Low self-esteem or confidence. You don't have to put your face, a real face on online platform. You don't have to show the world that this is how you look, or this is how you talk, or this is what you do in real, right? You can create anything fake on online platform and without hampering your real self-esteem on online space, right? So which means it has certain advantages of presenting yourself on online platform. But I would say that this is not a healthier way of engaging in life and activities in life, right? So it's important to also counsel this individual to help understand how real life social connections are also very, very important. And then how these connections that they're building on online platforms are just an illusion. They may not be completely real. Like how they have a fake identity, their friends must also have a fake identity, which means you're connecting with other people with fake profiles, right? So a lot of risk that is also involved in that. A lot of limitations also it can put on individuals' growth, right? The more you grow on online platforms, you also must understand that your growth in real world, in real spaces is also getting limited, right? If you're spending 15 hours on virtual space, which means you're spending only 2 or 3 hours in your social real space with your family, with your friends, the real time that you're spending is very, very less. So it's important to make them understand that the limitations and the challenges of not being active in the real life connections with people. What are they missing out? The fear of missing out on social media is certainly there. It is true. But there is also, there must also be a fear of missing out of real spaces, real social connections. So that fear must also be understood by these people, and you have to, as somebody who is there in this guiding role, must also tell them of fear of missing out of real social connections and why it is important to have also build real social connections. Why their activities on online space is fine, right? But you also must tell them that this is also an equally important thing that they'll have to focus. So it's important to strike that balance and help the student understand that it's important to strike the balance all the time. Yeah.
Okay, there is a balance, the relationship between the real and the online platforms. Okay, there is a participant who is raising hand. Pak Rama, do you want to ask something to Dr. Banu? Go ahead. You can unmute. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
can I ask for again?
Yeah,
Asking
sure.
again?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
That's okay. It means that you are an active participant.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Dr. Banu. I'm Ramadan from the University. I want to ask you about technology, digital technology in 2025. We know the technology is developed is very good, and everyone is feel this, especially children. Many impact to not focusing in around people, angry until the representative bullying from friends, his friends or her friends. So how can we prevent this happening to our children in the age of technology? Thank you, Dr. Banu.
Yeah. So like I said, this is a collective social responsibility. This you as a parent, it is not your individual's responsibility, or it is not something that you can do it on your own and ensure that your child is safe, right? So there has to be several parties which have to come in collaboration to ensure that the platforms are uniformly safe for all its users, right? Which means the providers of the platforms must also take the responsibility. The government must take the responsibility, the school, the colleges, the parents, the friends, everybody has to come together in terms of doing that. What is also important is to have a huge emphasis on prevention and awareness programs. Like when you're talking about cyberbullying, so it's important to have cyberbullying prevention programs while you're also giving information about how to avoid yourself becoming a victim of cyberbullying. You also must know when to switch on and switch off your social media platforms. You always have an opportunity to log out if you're not liking something. You also have an opportunity to block someone if you're not liking the conversation that is going on with these individuals, or have certain privacy features enabled on your platforms when you're using it, right? So you disguise your identity. You do not put everything on the platforms. You don't share your locations. There are certain healthy ways of using social media platforms. So it's important to tell these children about how can you use the platform safely, healthily, right? Without having to become a victim of these platforms. In the end, I would again want to say that it is not just the responsibility of the users, whether it is a 80-year-old who is using the platform or a 30-year-old or a 10-year-old, it is not their responsibility alone to be safe on the platforms, right? The safety is not their responsibility. The safety is the responsibility of the platform that is providing these for them to use, right? Which means the Facebook, the Twitter, right? Or TikTok, whatever is this platform, they have to ensure their platform is extremely safe for its users. Even if I'm negligently using it, I must be safe on these platforms, right? If I'm at my home, I know that I'm safe, right? If I'm coming to your house, it is your responsibility to ensure that your house is safe for me. So if your Facebook is my home for 10 hours a day, Now, Facebook must ensure that this home for me for this 10 hours and today is safe for me to be there. So these are the important things that we'll have to talk, right? Make these giant companies much and much more responsible in terms of creating their platforms very, very safe for its users. They're not safe at this moment. You have a lot of negligent activities, irresponsible activities. Sometimes people are abusing, people are victimizing without an intention of doing it, or they don't know the consequences. You have 16-year-old, right, posting nasty messages or uncalled for messages to another girl user on the platform without them knowing that this is a violation of law. They could be put behind the bars for doing this. They could be sent to jail for doing this, right? So before anybody is doing that, there could also be a feature which could say that, look, you're posting a content which is a violation of this platform. Don't post this, right? Don't use this language. Don't send this image, right? There has to be something which will block before that action is done. And these are the things that the platforms must constantly think and then incorporate on these platforms for the users to use it safely, right? So there is a lot that needs to be done, starting from prevention programs, awareness programs, and the platforms being safer, right? A lot of it has to go right for these platforms to be safe, right? So many right things have to be happened, right? Not one or two. A lot of right things have to happen for it to be safe. That's how I would like to say that.
That's clear. Thank you, Dr. Banu.
Thank you for the question.
Okay. One more question on the chat box from Intan Maulidiana, pharmacy students. I would like to ask you about one of the key strategies mentioned about setting screen time boundaries. How to make managing screen time feel like a help, not a punishment?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. If you're setting the screen time for somebody else, then this is a question that I understand. Like especially for children, if you want to set a screen time, so it's easily perceived as a punishment than a normal process. I do understand that, but it's important to educate the children about while you're limiting the online usage for your children or for somebody or for yourself, right? It's important to also remind and remember that every minute that you're spending on online space is also every minute that you're losing in the real world, right? So the emphasis should have to be on the time that you should be spending in the real people, real world, in this real stage, right? So if you emphasize on the necessity of spending quality time with people in real, than saying that don't be on online for longer time, right? If you say that I would like to spend time with you because we are missing out our quality time, why don't we go watch a movie, or why don't we play a sport? Why don't we read a book together? Because I like spending time with you. If you're talking this to your child, right, by putting an emphasis on the importance of building real connections, real people connections, right, versus saying that online is bad, don't use it for more, right?
Yeah.
So if you channelize
right.
these conversations in a way, emphasizing the importance of real world social connections, I think people can understand the necessity of that. Same, when it comes to setting screen times, you can do it to yourself, you do it for other people. At the same time, the platforms can also easily do that. They can also set a screen time for its user. They don't do it because the more time you spend, the more money they earn. They're not doing that. But if there is a regulation which makes them mandatory to put a screen time alert, if I used Facebook for 3 hours, I should get a message from the Facebook saying that I've used for 3 hours. Would you like continue or would you like to stop it? Right? I should be having that feature enabled in all the platforms that I use. Why not? Right? So setting screen time could be a responsibility of individuals, of the organizations, everybody.
Yeah.
But the emphasis has to be on connection in the real world and the social connections.
Yeah. You have to more connection with the real activity.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough, Dr. Banu. But before you leave, maybe you have a meeting today after this. Could you please deliver your closing statement, or maybe can you say
Yeah, sure.
because this is one of the activity in a celebration for the 4th anniversary in Universitas Bama Slawi. You can say birthday, or you can say something statement to celebrate our campus. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't know that this is the 4th anniversary. Congratulations on that. A warm congratulations on the 4th anniversary of Universitas Bamada Slavi. So it's wonderful. I've had a great time being there, although it was very little. I would like to come back, visit some other time, really be there, right? If there is a possibility of that, we could certainly do that. Certainly. Many congratulations on organizing this international seminar as well. Great number of participants. I see that you have close to 400 people attending, listening to these presentations today, which is wonderful. I think that is how these Indonesian seminars and conferences are always been. I've been participating in several of these Indonesian workshops, seminars, and conferences. I always see that there is a great turnout, great number of people participate, which is very, very good. And there is also, I'm very thankful for all the questions that I received today. These are all important questions, and definitely these are all important conversations that one must not hesitate to have. Academic activities. Activities or certainly the voice of social issues. So these are social issues, and academicians do provide that voice to these social issues. So it's important to talk, converse about it, discuss about it, come out and identify solutions and strategize the solutions. I'm very, very happy to be here to talk to you all, interact with you all. And once again, hearty congratulations on the 4th anniversary of this university. Very good luck to the rest of the program too. And thank you, Vicky, and thank you other organizing members for inviting me and then hosting me on this platform today. I've had great pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. Thank you, Dr. Banu. So, thank you for the thank you for your insightful presentation, for the nice participation for the participants. So, have a good day, Dr. Banu.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
You too.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Now, let's move on to our third speaker. Mr. Ano, are you here?
Yes, Miss.
Hello? Okay, thank you. Okay, now let's move on to our third speaker, Mr. Haris Anom Susetio Aji Nugroho M.Com. Indeed, it's a long and distinguished name, just as impressive as the person behind it. Well, we are honored to have him with us today. Let me read a short profile before we begin. Our third speaker is a dedicated lecturer and industry practitioner in computer network, cybersecurity, and server administration at Universitas Bamada Slawi. With a strong academic and professional background, he teaches a wide range of courses including algorithms, data structures, discrete mathematics, computer networks, cybersecurity, cryptography, pharmaceutical statistics, and biostatistics. Beyond campus, he contributes as an instructor for the Vocational School Graduate Academy under the Ministry of Communication and Informatics since April 2022, specializing in the Junior Network Administrator scheme. He is also a Cisco Network Academic Instructor at PPTIK Kominfo, focusing on network system and cybersecurity. He has completed various trainings such as web penetration testing, blueprint design for information technology. In recognition of his contribution, he was awarded Best Instructor for VSTA in 2022 by PPSDMP Kominfo Yogyakarta. Now let us welcome our speaker, Mr. Anam, who will share insights on cyber awareness in the digital era. Please give your full attention to his presentation, and don't forget there will be a special quiz for several active participants. So, Mr. Anam, you might now begin. You have 20 minutes, and the question and answer session will have after the fourth speaker. So there will be a panel discussion with Professor Salwani. Okay, the screen's of yours.
Thanks, Miss. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Haris Anom, and it is an honor to be here with you today. In this presentation, we will explore a critical topic for our time, cyber awareness in digital era. Together, we will discuss how we can strengthen our digital security literacy to build a smarter, safer, and more resilient online society for everyone. To begin, let's look at digital landscape. The post-pandemic era has dramatically accelerated our shift to digital life, bringing both incredible opportunities and complex security challenges. As you can see, there are over 5.6 billion internet users and 5.3 billion social media identity worldwide. We spend an average of 6.38 hours online each day. This massive digital footprint has led to staggering financial loss from cybercrime, estimated at $10.5 trillion. Key digital trends like the 300% increase in remote work since 2020 and 25% annual growth in e-commerce and 94% cloud adoption by enterprise have expanded the attack surface for cyber criminal. The chart on the right shows the top security risks we face, with phishing, malware, and ransomware lead the threats. Now, let's dive deeper into current cybersecurity threatscape. From the end of last year to the first quarter of this year, the financial impact is alarming. Losses from phishing have surged to $6.3 billion, while the average cost of a ransomware attack has climbed up to $4.91 million. The data storm is also a major concern. For organizations, the most targeted data include credential, personal data, and trade secret. For individuals, credential and personal data remain the top target, which can lead to identity theft and financial fraud. So, how is this malware being distributed? For organizations, the primary methods are through email at 52% and compromised computer or servers. This shows that human error and system vulnerability are a key entry point. For individuals, the landscape is more diverse. Malware is most commonly distributed through website 50%, followed by messaging apps and emails. This highlights the everyday risk we face while browsing the internet or communicating with others. This brings us to the core of our discussion. What is cyber awareness? In the simple terms, cyber awareness is your understanding and ability to recognize, prevent, and respond to digital threats. In an era where we spend over 6 hours a day online, it has become an essential life skill. The key components of cyber awareness are 1. Threat recognition. Identifying phishing, emails, fake websites, and malware. 2. Security practices. Using strong password, enabling two-factor authentication, and keeping software updated. And last, privacy protection. Managing your account privacy setting and being conscious about sharing personal information. Let's talk about one of the most common threats, phishing. Phishing is cybercrime, where scammers impersonate a trusted source, like a bank or a well-known company, to trick you into giving up personal information. As the image show, this can happen through a text message, email, or even phone call. But why is phishing so effective? It's because this attack exploit human psychology. They create a sense of urgency, like your account will be blocked. A sense of fear, like suspicious activity detected. Or curiosity, like you have won a prize. This makes us act quickly without thinking. These attacks are incredibly effective, accounting for more than 80% of all cybersecurity incidents. Phishing comes in several forms. The most common is email phishing, where scammers send mail mess, impersonating legitimate companies. A more sophisticated version is spear phishing. This is a targeted attack on specific individual or organization. Attacker gather personal information beforehand, like your name, your job title, or your relationship, to make the message highly convincing and personal. As the diagram shows, they gather information, personalize the message, use social engineering, and they execute the attack. Next, we have whaling, which is a type of spear phishing aimed at high-profile individual like CEO or directors, the big fish. These attacks are often designed to authorize large wire transfer or access sensitive company data. We also have smishing or SMS phishing. This involves sending a text message with a malicious link or a request to call a fake number. Because we tend to trust text message, smishing can be very effective. The threats don't stop there. Phishing or voice phishing happens over the phone. Attackers may pretend to be from bank or government agency to request sensitive data. And finally, there is angler phishing, which occurs on social media. Attackers create fake account impersonating a company customer service to deceive users who are seeking help, as you can see in the example with the fake PayPal support account. Now, let's move on to malware, which is malicious software designed to attack, control, or damage your device or system. There are many types of malware, but some of the most common include ransomware, trojans, spyware, and viruses. Let's look at the view of this in more detail. Viruses attach themselves to file and require a user action like opening a file or activate it. They can corrupt your data or slow down your system. And furthermore, Trojan horse look like a legitimate program, but once installed, it creates a backdoor for hackers to access your system. And last but not least, a rootkit. It's designed to hide other malware by gaining administrator level control, making it very difficult to detect. And furthermore, the three other The three other critical types of malware are ransomware, which encrypt your data and demand payment or ransom for its release. Ransomware attacks have increased by an alarming 150% in the last 2 years. A famous example is the WannaCry attack in the 2017, which clipped hospital, government agency, or major companies in over 105 countries, showing just how devastating this attack can be. And spyware, which secretly record your keystrokes, increase your webcam, and track your online activities. And furthermore, bots, which turn your computer into a zombie that can be controlled remotely. A network of these infected computers, called a botnet, can be used to launch a large-scale attack like DDoS, Distributed Domain of Service. When these attacks are successful, they often lead to a data breach. This is security incident, where sensitive information is accessed or stolen by an authorized party. A single breach can affect millions of users and have severe long-term consequences. One of most serious outcomes of data breach is identity theft. When an attacker uses your personal information to commit fraud, such as opening your account or applying for a loan in your name. Not all data exposure is due to hacking. A data leak occurs when sensitive information is accidentally exposed, often due to negligent system error or improper security setting. A common example is publicly accessible Google Doc or a misconfigured cloud drive. Many users unknowingly share sensitive files this way. And here's sobering fact. It takes an average of 260 days to identify and resolve a data breach, with the average cost reaching $4.24 million. Now that we understanding the threats, and now let's focus on the solution. Cybersecurity good practice for everyone. These are simple but powerful habits that can significantly improve your digital safety. One of the most effective habits is enabling two-factor authentication, or 2FA. This adds a second layer of security to your account. Even if someone steals your password, they won't be able to log in without the scan factor, like an OTP code or a fingerprint. Common types of 2FA include SMS code, authenticator apps like Google Authenticator, biometrics, and physical security keys. Please remember this simple but powerful base. A password protect your door, 2FA lock it twice. Next is privacy setting management. Proper privacy settings are a crucial layer of protection. It's important to conduct a periodic audit of your setting, at least every few months. Best practice include limiting your audience to control who sees your photos, and disabling location tracking when not needed, and managing cookies in your browser to restrict third-party tracking. And last, limit ad personalization to reduce data collection. Knowing how to recognize scam is key to avoiding them. Here are some common signs. Offer that seem too good to be true, and suspicious email address that are similar but not identical to official ones, and unexpected requests for sensitive information,
Okay.
and
5 minutes
suspicious.
left, Mr. Anom. 5 minutes left.
Okay, thanks, Miss. And suspicious URL, always check the link before you click. If you suspect a scam, do not click any link. Contact the institution directly using an official number and report the suspicious messages. Your personal information is valuable asset. Protecting it's essential to prevent financial losses and reputational damage. This include your identity, document, financial detail, or health record, and digital credential. Here are some best practice for data protection. Delete unnecessary data from your device periodically, encrypt sensitive file for an extra layer of security, avoid using public Wi-Fi for sensitive transaction, and always keep your software updated to patch vulnerabilities. To conclude, let's summarize the key point. Cyber awareness is our ability to recognize, prevent, and respond to digital threat. Phishing, malware, and data breach are the major threats we face today. Strong password, 2FA, and privacy management are essential security practice. And protecting personal information is crucial for our digital safety. And as we look to future, we must also be aware of emerging threats. Technologies like artificial intelligence are now being used to create highly convincing deepfake and AI-powered phishing attack, making cyber awareness more important than ever. So I want to leave you with call of action. 1, audit your digital security. Take time to review and security setting on your account. And 2, keep learning. Stay updated on the last cyber threats, include the new one we just mentioned. And last, share your knowledge. Educate your family, friend, and colleagues. Thank you for your attention. I'm happy to answer any question you may have.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
Mr. Anom. Yeah, for your insightful presentation. You may now take a break as we proceed to the fourth speaker. So, question and answer session for Mr. Anom we'll have in the last agenda for today. So, yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, are you still full of spirit? Yeah. After gaining insights from 3 amazing speakers, it's time for our final session. Last but certainly not least, our next distinguished speaker is joining us from our neighboring country, Malaysia. Prof. Salwani, are you here? Hello, Prof. Salwani. Okay, if you have a question for Mr. Anom, yeah, Okay, you can type on the chat box. Okay, Prof. Salwani, before
Yeah.
you begin the presentation, I would like to read your curriculum vitae.
Okay.
Please share the curriculum vitae of Professor Salwani. Okay, here we go. Professor Technologist Dr. Salwani Mohdaud from the University Malaysia of Computer Science and Engineering holds a bachelor's degree in electronics engineering from the University of Liverpool, a master's and a PhD in electrical engineering from University Technology Malaysia. She began her academic journey in 1985 at University Technology Malaysia, becoming associate professor in 1996 and achieving the rank of full professor in 2018. Since 2023, she has served as the Vice Chancellor of University Malaysia of Computer Science and Engineering, following her role as Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation. Her academic and research expertise spans blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and cyber physical systems. She has delivered keynote speeches at prestigious conferences in Indonesia and Malaysia and served as Malaysia's AI focal point for UNESCO in 2021. Her work in blockchain-based innovation for healthcare, agriculture, and supply chain system has been supported by numerous national and international research grants. Over the years, Professor Salwani has received more than 20 awards, including the Index Journal Author Award, the Excellent PhD Supervisor Award, and several excellent awards for blended learning innovation. Beyond academia, she actively contributes to national policy development and community transformation programs under Malaysia's Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation. Okay, on the curriculum vitae, there are many awards that having by Professor Salwani. Okay, thank you. And now it is truly an honor to welcome her to deliver a presentation entitled Digital Synergy, How Humans and AI Co-Create the Future Together. Professor Salwani, the virtual stage is yours. We look forward to your insights. You have 20 minutes to present. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you, Ms. Vicky, the moderator for today's forum. Let me share my slide first.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Very good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here with you today, and I extend my warmest greetings to Yang Berbahagia Dr. Mahfuz as Rector of Universitas Bahmada Selawi, esteemed keynote speakers and guests, participants and colleagues. May this gathering be fruitful and inspiring for us all. And I also would like to wish congratulations for the 4th anniversary of Universitas Bahmada Selawi. Okay. So let us begin by acknowledging the diversity of perspective and experience that each of us brings to this event. Together, we have the opportunity to explore, learn, and collaborate in meaningful ways. Today, we're not just talking about technology, we're talking about transformation, how human and AI, artificial intelligence, are no longer separate forces, but partners in shaping the future. Welcome to Digital Synergy, how human and AI co-create the future together. Okay, so why this topic matters now? So AI is no longer a futuristic concept, and AI is no longer just a tool, it is a collaborator. Okay,
We are entering a new era where human creativity meets machine capability. AI development is accelerating rapidly. Okay, that's why it matters now. Advances in AI are happening faster than ever, impacting how we live, work, and make decisions. Staying informed and prepared is no longer optional, it is essential. Then the next one is every industry is being transformed. From healthcare to education, finance to manufacturing, AI is reshaping processes, roles, and value creation. Understanding its impact is key to us staying competitive and relevant. The question is no longer if, but how we can collaborate with AI. AI is here to stay. Yeah, whether we want to adopt or we don't want to adopt, AI is here, and in fact, it's going to evolve faster. The focus now is on how we partner with it responsibly and effectively to enhance human strengths, solve global challenges, and shape a future that benefits all. Okay. So this is the evolution of AI starting in 1950. It's a long way ago. It's 1950. With Alan Turing has already had an idea about machine can think. And then in John McCarthy start to introduce the term AI. Okay. And then something happened whereby when the AI at that time, beginning with symbolic AI and early rule-based system, progress faced setbacks during the AI winters. Why AI winters? Because that time the computer has limited capability, so they cannot go for high processing. Because AI is inside it is algorithm with maths, so they need very high capability of computer. Then in the 1990s and 2000s saw a shift toward machine learning and data-driven approaches, leading to major breakthroughs in speech recognition, computer vision, and game-playing AI like IBM's Deep Blue. Okay, IBM Deep Blue, and the 2010s brought the deep learning revolution powered by neural networks and large data sets, enabling advancement in image and language processing. So today AI is dominated by the foundation models and generative AI, such as large language model and image generation tools, which are transforming in industries and everyday life. So the new one after generative AI, we have the agentic AI. So agentic AI is where the output will be like a series of decisions that AI can make. So now at the moment, I think most of you already experienced about generative AI. The common example like ChatGPT, we have so many other types of generative AI. And the next one, which is happening also now, is agentic AI. So that one is automate tasks independently. So that's how fast the AI is taking over. Okay, so this is the myth and the truth. So people are afraid, still fear about AI. First thing about job impact, where AI they thought will replace all jobs, but in fact AI creates new roles. If you have that skill, then it will give you a new role. And then user skill level, maybe most of us think that only those coders or programmers can use AI, but in the truth is no code or low code AI tools available, so you can make use of these AI tools that doesn't involve any coding. And then human dependence, the myth is AI doesn't need human, which is wrong, whereby at this time we need human because it will give some value, human value to the AI solution. And then the objectivity here, AI is neutral. Okay. So AI reflects the biases present in its training data and design, making it essential to implement fairness, aware practices, and diverse data sets to reduce discrimination. So the overall truth, AI is powerful tool that when used responsibly and inclusively can augment human capabilities rather than replace them, transforming industry while requiring ongoing human collaboration and ethical stewardship. Okay, so that's the truth about AI. Okay, the shift now. So AI is shifting from simple automation to active collaboration, from machines that replace to machines that enhance. So this, collaboration enhances human capability by handling repetitive tasks, offering suggestions, and even generating new ideas in fields like art, writing, and design. Unlike traditional automation, modern AI adapts to user behavior, learns from interactions, and supports decision-making in real time. So this collaboration approach empowers professionals across industries, boosting productivity and innovation. Ultimately, AI greatest potential lies not in replacing human, but in augmenting and amplifying human intelligence and creativity. So with AI is just assistance. There are tools that can be used by human, whereby it can help human to make them, amplify their intelligence and creativity. Okay. So we go next to digital synergy. So what is digital synergy? So digital synergy means more than just working together. So digital synergy is not about choosing between humans and machine. It's about combine human creativity, ethics, and empathy with AI speed, scale, and insight, creating outcomes neither could achieve alone. So this synergy is equal to human intuition and AI precision. So a collaborative fusion where both parties enhance each other's strength. Okay, we combination of both the AI and also the human. All right. So this is the power of human AI collaboration. Synergy, okay. Synergy in action, human and AI, human strength. So human can understand emotion, cultural nuance, and context essential for leadership. Healthcare, education, and customer engagement. Ethics also we bring moral reasoning, value judgment, and social responsibility to guide AI use. Strategic thinking, we can think long-term, weigh complex trade-offs, and understand abstract goals beyond data. Okay. So AI strength, what is the strength of AI when combined just now with human strength? We got empathy, ethics, and strategic thinking. With AI strength, AI provide the speed whereby it can process massive data in milliseconds. No fatigue, no breaks. And it can analyze millions of data points on customer simultaneously. Impossible for a human team alone. Okay. It can do pattern recognition, learns from vast data sets to identify needs, analyze and insights beyond human perception. So this AI doesn't sleep. It works 24/7, finding patterns at superhuman speed. So that is the advantage of this synergy, whereby both can work together, to solve or to provide solution, to the human. Okay. So one use case, healthcare. So this is happening also in the UK, one of the hospital there. So it's Moorfields Eye Hospital in UK. So the RET found was trained with a curated data set of 1.6 million images from Moorfields Eye Hospital. This use AI tools and infrastructure provided by Insight, the NHS-led health data research hub for eye health based at Moorfields, and the world's largest bioresource of ophthalmic data. Okay, the hub's powerful computing and AI capabilities evolved from 2016 research collaboration between Morphos and DeepMind, now Google DeepMind. So this is, you can see from the hospital, the eye hospital, they have the lots of data. Data can be in text or scans or images. So this data can be used, they can use AI that can rapidly analyze numerous images. And they combine the diagnosis between the medical professional and also the AI so that they can have a quicker and more precise diagnosis. And then the doctor can make the decision. Yeah, doctors provide contextual and nuanced interpretations, and also this have been is an example which is been done in more fields in UK. Okay. Then in business and productivity, where AI can be applied first, using the data to forecast future outcomes. Yeah, the AI can do it from historical data that have been in the company. Okay, then automating repetitive work to improve efficiency. So this is good where you have where AI can automate repetitive tasks, human design, monitor, and handle exceptions. And then documentation assistant, AI drafts content, humans refine for accuracy, tone, and compliance. So what we get here, increased efficiency, accuracy, and innovation through the complementary strengths of human creativity and AI capabilities. So here you have the language models. So these are the large language models. So AI generate documentation and assisting users. Normally in generative AI, where example as what you use in a few examples, you have like ChatGPT, the most common use, and now we also have DeepSeek and also Gwen. So they also help to produce, because they are converting from text to image, or from whatever you prompt, you get the whatever output in text, image, or video, or sound. Okay. And then the next one is in research and education. I think whereby at this time, all students should use this AI, generative AI actually, for your research and education. Of course, there is ethics policy by the university when you want to use all this AI. So because these AI capabilities, it can curate literature, scans vast academic database to summarize relevant research quickly, models complex systems, simulate scenarios in science, economics, or behavior using massive data. And the educator strengths, personalized learning, okay, guides critical thinking, okay, and this we call as co-creation of knowledge. So if we can work this way, of course you have your supervisor to guide you, and you also can use all the AI, generative AI, to help you for your literature review, for your writing thesis, of course in ethically and responsible manner. So this can help you a lot. Whereby maybe you can create a more advanced, something that is advanced from today's work. So that one, I think, like me also, I'm using, I'm also taught the student, because I'm teaching research methodology, how to use this generative AI for their literature review and for their research, for their thesis. Okay, the challenge, okay, for this one, for the trust factor. Okay, so one of the challenges is lack of transparency. Many AI systems, especially the deep learning models, are considered black box because their decision-making process are difficult to interpret. So that is so because of course you use like models only, you don't know what's happening in the box, in the model actually. And then ethical risk, also a challenge. Okay, then the job displacement, always people fear. But I think I'm more afraid with people with don't have any knowledge on AI will be displaced. Okay, and then the solutions, of course, we have the explainable AI. So we need to develop AI system that provide clear explanation for their decision, help build the trust. Okay, human in the loop system, integrate human oversight, ensures that AI operates within ethical boundaries. Okay, and then reskilling and upskilling of the human also. Okay, so we need them to be upskilling. So by addressing these challenges with transparency, ethical safeguard, and proactive workforce development, we can foster greater trust in AI while maximizing its benefits. Okay, the principles for synergistic design. So design for human needs, of course. So focus, ensure AI solution address real human needs and align with user goals rather than being purely technology driven. Okay. And then build inclusive AI system. Develop AI system that accessible and fair for all users regardless of background, ability or demographic. Okay, then make AI explainable. That will be AI more transparent, right? And then encourage mutual learning. Foster a two-way interaction where AI learns from human feedback and human learns from AI insight. So this also important. So this is what we mean by a synergistic design. Okay. Okay, this is the future, what comes next. First, about personalized digital teammates. Okay, a new class of software personnel called AI teammates are already working alongside humans to free up their time, accelerate their productivity, augment their capabilities, and amplify their creativity. So this will allow them to perform as superhumans. So one such innovation is AI teammates, okay? And then AI collaboration in every field. So AI is being integrated in diverse sectors, coding, finance, healthcare, manufacturing, legal, and creative industries. So there are many other segments being using this AI. And then of course we need to include also these are the emotional and ethical alignment. So this is also important, right? Okay. You can read more from this World Economic Forum.
Okay, excuse me.
Yeah, finishing.
Okay.
Okay. So this look ahead 2030 and beyond, we have AI as a colleague, share decision making dashboards, generative design in manufacturing and architecture, and then personalized medicine and digital twins. So okay, like personalized medicine and digital twins, AI will power precision healthcare using digital replicas of patients, that is digital twins, to simulate treatments, optimize outcomes, and deliver truly personalized medical care. So I think that's what in future people want. And then quickly, I will share what are the skills and mindset we need. Of course, I think everyone, not only the computer engineer or computing student learn about AI, but everyone should learn AI because that will be the happening in future, and I think everyone will use AI. Okay. Okay, so then of course, be curious, not fearful, promote responsible AI, embrace collaboration over competition. Okay, I think that's all. And the last quote here, co-create the change you wish to see in the world. Okay, thank you from me.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Salwani. Okay, terima kasih. And then thank you to all the speakers, Mr. Anom and Prof. Salwani. Now we open the combined Q&A session for Prof. Salwani and then Mr. Anom. If you have any question, please feel free to type them in the chat box or raise your hand if you want to ask directly to Prof. Salwani or Mr. Anom. There are some questions on the chat box. I will read one by one. Maybe Mr. Anom and Prof. Salwani, do you want to have collaboration to answer the questions coming from the participant? Okay, so how do we secure password and store them safely, even though they are not allowed to be stored on cell phones or computers? What is the answer? This is the practical, I think, practical questions.
Okay.
Mr. Anom or Prof. Salwani, can you respond? Yeah.
How to secure password and store safely? Yeah. That's fantastic and very practical question. You are absolutely right. That's writing down password in simple note on your cell phone or your computer is major security risk. So, what is the modern secure solution? The answer is to use a dedicated tool called a password manager and so more. Think of password manager like a highly secure digital vault on your password. It solves the problem in a few key way. You only remember one master password. You create one single, very strong master password. This is only one of you need to memorize. And two, it creates a storage complex password. For every website, the manager generate a long, random, and unique password. You don't need to know this password because the manager store them securely inside it encrypt vault and use strong encryption in password manager. This is the most important part. All your passwords are encrypted, meaning they are scrambled into unreadable code. Only your master password can unscramble it. So the best practice is to choose a reputable password manager, create a strong master password, and let the tools handle the rest. This way, you cannot storing password insecurely on your device. You are using a professional encrypted vault designed to keep them safe.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Anu. And maybe this is a question from to Prof. Salwani and then Mr. Anam. What do you think about AI in today's era? Because as in the slides of Prof. Salwani, there are myth and then truth about AI. AI cannot replace all jobs, but AI create field. But today's era, some people said that if there is ChatGPT, for example, there is AI, everything is okay, everything is all right. Just use AI. What do you think about that, Prof. Salwani and then Mr. Arnold?
Okay, thank you for the question. So maybe if you have the experience, I don't know whether over there have they are actively using generative AI for their learning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the learning.
because one of the my student PhD, she's using ChatGPT and also the transformation or reinforcement learning for personalized learning on using this the existing technology. So actually it we always fail about personalized learning because we don't know the concept. When you go for the for example, if you use this generative AI, so you must put the correct prompt. Importantly, you must learn how to write the prompt. Then only you get the correct response from the AI. The AI will give you ideas and also maybe answer to your questions. And of course, you don't take it take it wholly without reading, and also maybe you also can critically analyze. Maybe after the AI give the response, then you can also ask back many times. Maybe you say, "Oh, I don't like the way you respond." You can do that. That is personalized learning. So that at the end, maybe you can get the best response for that particular for what you want to know. Okay. So when you talk about AI, of course, AI don't stop growing. Yeah, it is evolved so fast. As I said just now, now it's generative AI, whereby you use all these tools that you are using like ChatGPT, maybe DeepSeek, Copilot. All these are generative AI, whereby they produce new output. Okay, new output what you want, maybe image, text, and so on. But agentic AI is the latest one. So agentic AI will produce decision making, series of actions of decision making, whereby it can be like for leader in an organization, it's like your virtual think tank. This agentic AI is like virtual think tank, whereby Maybe you know, maybe some of the middle class workers will be replaced. Maybe. So if these middle class workers have the skill, they can be still relevant. So maybe in future, this level, like since we have this agentic AI, this level will be replaced by this AI. And also in medical, you make a fast and also something good for something that is more personalized to a patient, whereby you give the right diagnosis and the right medicine. Okay, and you can simulate first, see what happened with this patient in your profile. You check what happened. Maybe this patient got if they take this medicine, maybe something happened. You can see already before really giving to the patient. So this will be, will help you to decide what is the best for those patient, and the patient also be also transparent. Oh, okay, if I take this medicine, like like the high blood pressure, something like that, so my blood pressure will will improve and will not be so high. So something like that. So what is the best medicine for this particular patient? So that is just very simple. Diagnosis. Maybe some diagnosis whereby like the cancer patients, maybe you don't have enough medical experts. So with this AI, it can be a tool to assist the doctors to look at the various type of cancer that may happen to the patient. The patient may have that type of cancer. So it is something that maybe that is the thing that we can see now, but in future maybe more. That's why in China they have already in their education already introduced AI since since small, and they expect by 15 years old these children will become expert, because they know AI can dominate. It's not become new user, but dominate the at that time. So the world or at that time, because this AI can do more. So that's why we need people, talent, to know about AI also in all fields. Yeah, so that we can know if anything happen to the country or to our people, we know how to counter. And like the cybersecurity, so we have AI to detect all this phishing, all this virus. So we have the AI tool that can the AI algorithm that is used for the the detection of this virus. So I think that's all from me at the moment.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. Salwani. So use AI wisely. Yeah, you have to using the right and the clear prompt to find out the right and precise answer. Yeah. And then you say about phishing. So how can we avoid digital fraud or phishing, Prof. Salwani or Mr. Ano?
To me, sorry, I
Yeah,
answer
yeah.
because about this, all the phishing, all these things, you cannot stop. Every day there will be new virus. Every day they will create new virus, So it won't stop. When the data you share in the internet, it won't be safe anymore. So you share, because when you go to social media, you share everything. You want to tell what you are. No, you want to update what are you doing here. They know you are here doing something, and then after this you go to somewhere. So it's not secure. People know where you are. So that's why the best thing is every time when there is some scam or like all these things happen, the first thing is the user themselves, because they are the one who provide ways for the scammer to get you. Like Mr. Anum also shared just now. So I know scammers like in Malaysia also is something similar to that. Every day, even I also got, so sometimes I just, of course I ignore. If people call, I just ignore. Because we know that is not correct. Sometimes from the police, from the tax, all these are just scammers. So I agree, we have to educate to those, especially with the digital knowledge is narrow, so we need to educate.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Prof. Salwani. Okay,
Maybe
Mr. Ano,
a practical
you add? Yeah. Okay, still a question on the chat box. How to recover a Facebook account that has been hacked? As you said, the answer is very practical, yeah. Maybe, yeah. Do you have an answer, Mr.
I
Anu?
answer from how can we avoid digital fraud or phishing?
Okay, yeah. You have to answer it first.
AI is one most powerful technologies of our time. Yeah, it has incredible potential for good in medicine or science or our daily lives. However, like an powerful tools, it can also be used for malicious purpose. This directly connect AI making digital fraud, especially phishing, much more dangerous. In the past, we could often spot phishing email because of bad grammar or awkward passing. Today, AI can read perfect, highly convincing, and personalized phishing email in seconds. It can even be used to create fake voice messages or deepfake videos. So, how do we avoid this increasingly sophisticated threat? The core principle remain the same, but they become even more critical. Point one, enable two-factor authentication, 2FA. Even if AI creates a perfect email that tricks you into giving up your password, 2FA will still block the attacker from getting in. And AI power scam will still try to rush you. And if that, be skeptical of urgency. They will create a sense of panic. Your best defense is slow down. Never click a link or send money under pressure. Always stop and verify the request through an official separate channel. And if you get an urgent email from your boss or a text from your family member asking for money, don't trust the message itself. Call them and their no phone number to confirm its reality then. In the era of AI, we can no longer trust what we see or read online at face value. Our awareness and our habits of verifying information are our strongest shield. Maybe.
Okay, that's your answer, Mr. Anam. Thank you. And the participant, do you want to ask directly by raising your hand, please? Everyone. Maybe do you want to ask to Prof. Salwani or Mr. Anam directly? Okay, no, that's enough. That's enough. Okay. Okay. I think that's enough for Prof. Salwani and then Mr. Anam. Thank you for all the great questions and then thoughtful answers. Unfortunately, due to the time constraints, we must conclude our Q&A sessions here. If you have further questions, yeah, please feel free to reach out to our speakers through the committee. Maybe there are some participants who wants to talk, who wants to ask something. They want to deliver or send to your email, Mr. Anam and then Prof. Salwani. Once again, our sincere thanks to all speakers for the valuable insights shared and to all participants for your enthusiastic engagement throughout the session. Before we officially close this seminar, we would like to invite each of our speakers to share a brief closing remark, maybe. You are also welcome to include a congratulatory message for Universitas Bhamada Slawi on its the 4th anniversary. Let's begin with Mr. Anam first and then Prof. Salwani. Please give a closing remark or closing statement.
Okay. First, a closing statement from I, that think of your digital life like your home. You will not leave your front door unlocked. So let's applying same common sense to our digital doors. Lock your account with strong password and 2FA. Be mindful of who let in and stay alert. It's that simple. Thank you, and I welcome the answer question in my email, and thank you from Universitas Bamada Selawi. Happy anniversary for years.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Anam. Prof. Salwani, please give a closing remark.
Okay, thank you again. So thank you for inviting me for this conference. And again, I would like to wish the congratulations to the to the team, rector and the lecturers and students for their 4th anniversary. And hopefully, this university will grow further, and hopefully also will add all the something digital knowledge. Yeah, for the students, I think you have medical nurse here, right? So hopefully they also have this knowledge on the technology, because it is important. Sometimes when you talk about this handling of the technology in medical, there is a lot. Like we hope them also understand how the technology works. So it is important to have the knowledge and also use them. Use them so that, and don't afraid to use this technology. So again, congratulations for this organizing this seminar.
Okay, thank
Assalamualaikum.
you. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Prof. Salwani. And once again, take a picture. Yeah, do you want to take a picture, please? Okay. So everyone, please show your face. Smile, please. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, thank you. Once more time. 1, 2, 3. All right. And on behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our deepest appreciation to all our distinguished speakers for their inspiring contribution, and to every participant for making this seminar a meaningful and lively experience. Now, we will hand it over to the Master of Ceremony, who will announce the winners of the Most Active Participant Award as selected by the committee. Thank you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you at our next academic event. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for leading the discussion today. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now watch the profile of Universitas Bamada Selawi. Please enjoy.
Keindahan kota wisata dan budaya, serta kuliner khas yang menjadi daya tarik tersendiri bagi wisatawan untuk datang ke sini. Suasana yang sejuk mendukung proses belajar lebih nyaman. Inilah salah satu perguruan tinggi di Indonesia yang berada di Kota Selawi, di Jalan Jodnyadi nomor 16 Kalisapu, Kabupaten Tegal, Provinsi Jawa Tengah. Universitas Bamada Selawi sudah dikenal dengan sebutan Bamada Selawi lebih dari 26 tahun sebagai perguruan tinggi yang ada di Kota Selawi. Universitas Bamada Selawi merupakan tujuan para pelajar untuk melanjutkan pendidikan putra bangsa sebagai generasi yang berkompeten. Sejak perubahan bentuk dari Stikes ke universitas yang disahkan pada 23 Juli 2021, pengembangan program studi terbagi dalam 3 fakultas, yaitu Fakultas Ilmu Komputer, Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis, dan Fakultas Ilmu Kesehatan. Dengan 9 program studi, S1 Informatika, S1 Kewirausahaan, S1 Bisnis Digital, Profesi Nurse, S1 Ilmu Keperawatan, S1 Farmasi, D4 Keselamatan dan Kesehatan Kerja atau K3, D3 Keperawatan, dan D3 Kebidanan. Suasana yang menyenangkan, lahan kampus yang luas, berdiri beberapa gedung dan rektorat di atas lahan seluas 10.864 meter persegi, membuat Universitas Bamada Slawi terus mengembangkan dan melengkapi segala kebutuhan sarana dan prasarana perkuliahan, seperti laboratorium yang disesuaikan dengan bidang dan program studi masing-masing. Dari mulai laboratorium ilmu komputer, laboratorium bisnis digital, laboratorium kewirausahaan, laboratorium farmasi dari bahan alam, dan laboratorium instrumen, laboratorium ilmu kesehatan, hingga laboratorium keselamatan dan kesehatan kerja atau K3. Pengembangan SDM mulai dari dosen, tenaga pendidik, dan staf, serta dari unsur lainnya terus dilakukan. Berbagai macam informasi dalam sepekan tertuang dalam kebersamaan apel pagi. Hal ini menguatkan komunikasi dan kerjasama semakin bersinergi dalam sivitas akademika Universitas Bamada Slawi. Setiap pencapaian dari unit kegiatan kemahasiswaan dan sivitas akademika banyak disampaikan dan mendapat apresiasi dari rektorat. Ini adalah bentuk perhatian khusus untuk terus berpacu memberi yang terbaik untuk Universitas Bamada Slawi. Berbagai macam kerjasama eksternal memperkuat sinergi antara perguruan tinggi dengan perusahaan dan dunia industri adalah wujud nyata kami dalam menyalurkan kompetensi mahasiswa dalam menjalankan Tridharma perguruan tinggi. Fasilitas yang tersedia di Universitas Bamada Slawi, klinik kesehatan untuk masyarakat yang dilengkapi dengan apotik Bamada dan kendaraan emergensi. Tersedia pula asrama putri Bamada, dikhususkan untuk mahasiswi dari luar kota. Gedung Convention Hall Aula Dr. Andes Widodo MM, yang merupakan aula serbaguna berkapasitas 250 orang, yang dapat mengcover berbagai macam kegiatan. Gedung rektorat 3 lantai, ruang CBT Center yang telah bersertifikat LPUK Nakes, ruang UKM, gedung auditorium Profesor Dr. Trijaka Kartana MM, yang merupakan gedung serbaguna yang diperuntukkan untuk berbagai macam kegiatan-kegiatan olahraga indoor hingga kegiatan wisuda yang memiliki kapasitas 3.000 orang lebih. Gedung perkuliahan dan laboratorium S1 Farmasi dengan 2 lantai. Gedung lab terpadu yang mengcover segala kegiatan laboratorium terpadu mulai dari keperawatan, kebidanan, hingga laboratorium K3. gedung asrama putri, dan lapangan olahraga outdoor terpadu. Rancangan dan pengembangan ruang dan gedung untuk menunjang kelengkapan sarana dan prasarana perkuliahan terus dilakukan. Perencanaan pengembangan berikutnya adalah pembangunan gedung perkuliahan yang terletak di sebelah barat gedung farmasi yang saat ini masih dalam proses pembangunan. Universitas Bamada Selawi menghasilkan lulusan yang unggul, berkarakter, ilmiah, dan bereputasi nasional.
Okay, that's is a short profile of Universitas Bamada Selawi. Moving on to the next agenda is announcement. First of all, we are excited to announce the lucky participants who have been selected to receive a gift from us. They are Mrs. Theodora, Mr. Ramadan Saputra, Miss Nurlaila, Mr. Fikri Fauzan Salim, Miss Ita Nur Isna, Mr. Rizky A.F. Safantoso, Miss Intan Maulidiana, Mr. Toto Sudipyo, Mr. Gofur Jahate, Mrs. Nafila Amalia Salsabila, Mrs. Safira Alfi, and also Mr. Haris Bayu. Congratulations to our lucky participant. Kindly contact the committee to the WhatsApp for further information. So, there are some points to be reminder. First is, please make sure to fill out the attendance form via the link provided in the chat box. The link will be closed after 30 minutes after the seminar end. Second, all presentation material and a certificate will be shared through the WhatsApp group. Third, e-certificate will only be given to the participant who attend the seminar from the beginning to the end. And if you do not receive a certificate, kindly contact the committee and include screenshot of your registration and attendance form. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the seminar. On behalf of the committee, I would like to thank you for participating in the seminar. We are truly honored by your presence. I'm Binta Ihtada, and all of the committee would like to sincerely apologize for any shortcoming and unexpected issue that may have occurred during this event. We truly appreciate your understanding and patience, and we hope this seminar have been valuable and meaningful for you. Thank you for being part of this inspiring global discussion. Together, we advance health, science, and technology. Goodbye. Sheshe. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats, Pak Ramadan.
Thank you, Miss.
You got the winner.
Yes.
One of the participants got the winner. Don't forget to share the gift to me. Okay, thank you all the participants. You can leave this meeting, this Zoom meeting, sorry. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.